Yeah, hello. Hello, Biafrans.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, Biafrans. Good evening from here. And good morning and good afternoon, depending your location. Today is Saturday. Sorry for the little delay. So now we have to start. We have to Ikechukwu Biama. Then the prayer. We will start with prayer. Then our national anthem. Then George Umeh is coming. Mazi George is coming to join me. So ọ bụ n'afọ Chukwu okike abịama, chi ndị mbụ, chi ndị egede, chi nke kelere onye eke mana onye ka amara. Ezi onwe m na Chineke ekene gị n'ụbọchị nke taa, si na ọ ya adịrị anyị mma, ọ ya adịrị IPOB mma, ọ ya adịrị onye isi anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mma. Akpọkọ mmụọ niile dị n'ala Igbo, akpọkọ mmụọ niile dị n'ala Igbo, kpọkọ mmụọ nwoke, mmụọ nwaanyị. Ewere m onye isi anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wee tie gị n'aka, na-asị biko na unu chebe na ya, chere na ya mbọsị eke, chere na ya mbọsị afọ, chere na ya mbọsị nkwọ, chere na ya mbọsị oye, chere na ya afịa na Igbo n'azụ, biko chere na ya. Anyị were mmụọ niile dị n'ala Igbo wee gbaa ya okirikiri, si na ọbara egbu ya egbu onwe ya. Onye ọbụla nke na-echere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ọnwụ ya abịala ya. Onye fụrụ na-elote ihe mere nwa ya eme ya. Asị m Chukwu okike abịa ma eze nọ na ọgụla ya na-akpọ n'ala, biko dododo chewe awa lida, chewe ya n'ụtụtụ, chewe ya n'efe, chewe ya n'abalị. Ndụ ya ya adị ama ka izuzu ndị ilo na-agba. Asị m ọma ndị ile n'isi ya. Na-asị ije nke unu zipụtara ya, ọ ya ejuru ya n'isi. N'ihi na onye nna ya ziri ozi na-eji ọkpa gbawa ụzọ. Na ọ ya nwata bụrụ agụ bụrụ ilo, ma ndị dị n'agụ anaghị egbu nwata. Ndụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya adị ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike. Mmeri ya bụ nke ya. N'oge dị n'anya ọ ya apụta, anyị na ya wee nọkọ. Mmeri ya bụ nke ya, ọ ya eji ugo wee pụta, n'ihi na nwa agụ ka ọ bụ, na nwa eze wee eze, na nwa agụ wee agụ. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu odogwu ndị Igbo, ọnọmadike ndị Igbo, ofu onye anyị ji afụ ụzọ, onye nke na-echere ụmụ ogbenye. Akpọkọ m ndị mmiri, kpọkọ ndị ana, kpọkọ mmụọ elu, kpọkọ mmụọ ana, si biko unu chere na ya, chere na onye isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu iru ọbụla nke ndị iro na-eme amamihe ya dị ile n'ebe ọ nọ. N'ihi na o kwuru si na ọ ya abata, na ọ ya nọ n'ilu, anọ n'ụbọchị nketa ọ nọ n'ilu. Chere na ya n'aka nri, chere na ya n'aka ekpe. Mbọsị eke, mbọsị onye, mbọsị afọ, mbọsị nkwọ. Na ọmụmụ egbu ngwu na mma dịrị ya nkọ, a na-egbu achara achara na-eto. Ọyọ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ, chere na ya. Ise ise ise. Ewelu m the leadership wee tie iru n'aka, weli DOS wee tie iru n'aka, na-asị ezi onwe m na Chineke, chi nke mara onye ọ na-eke, mara onye ka amarị anụ, si na nwa ya achị anyị, chịta anyị na mma. Na ọkụ nke a onye isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tirewa n'aka, na ọkụ amanyụọlawa n'aka. Ewelu m the DOS members, ma nwoke ma nwaanyị nọ n'ime ya, wee tie iru n'aka Chukwu okike abịa ma sị biko gị chebe. na ndụ ya adụ mgbọsị eke mgbọsị onye mgbọsị afọ mgbọsị nkwọ na agara ọ na ya agara na ọ na ya analụ na onye nke ya echelewa ọnwụ ya akpọwa ilu ebe ọbụla nke a na-akpọ afaba wee na-etinye ọgba aghara a sị na ọma ndị Igbo n'ụbọchị nke taa ka anyị kwubiri esi na udo n'ịfụnanya ya bata na our leadership. A sị m onwe gị nọ na mmiri wee na-akpọba na ọma ndị Igbo n'ihi na anwa ya achị anyị wee dozie anyị wee chịnata anyị ọnụ wee na-ekpekpe wee na-asị na ozi nke ọbụla onye isi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na onye ndu weta na anwa ya eme iwe okwu ma ọ da nke o nyere enye anwa ya eme iwe okwu n'ihi na ọsọsọ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye nke anụrụ olu ya wee fụta ije anụnwa onwere onye ọzọ wee were ihe onye isi DOS wee tiri n'aka machi Chike dozie m si biko chere na ya mgbọsị eke mgbọsị onye mgbọsị afọ mgbọsị nkwọ nyere ya amamife nyere ya obi nke ịgba ala nyere ya obi nke wee ọnụkwa meseji nke anyị ekwu n'ụbọchị nke taa ka ọ n'iwe anyị kwu mmadụ na ọbụla na ya na-eme atak na ka edozie ka anyị ga-ekwuru na ọbụla sọsọ onye nwụrụ anwụ ka a na-agbazi onu a na-agbazikwa onye dị ndụ onu na-asị bido n'ụbọchị nke taa ozi ọbụla ma nke ewetara eweta ọka emele na ọ ya eme ya nke ewetara eweta ọka emele ma nke ọ ya ewetakwa taa ma nke eweta na ya ewetakwa echi onye isi weta Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wetara na ọ ya eme ihe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kwuru n'ihi na o ji ọnụ ya wee kwụsị na ọ bụ obedient servant ka ọ bụ ewere m ya tiri n'aka biko chere na ya wee wolu madam nne ya anya wee tiri n'aka biko nchebe na ya ndụ ya adị gbaa na ya ume akaja niile nke a na-eme ya ọ bụrụ nke ya eme oji wee daa mba ewere m ndị egede na ndị mbụ wee chebe ya were mmụọ niile dị n'ala Igbo wee chebe ya na onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nwee iwe ọfụ n'ebe ọ nọ wee lọrọ ya wee tinye na mgba niile nke a na-agba ya wee iwe efu n'ihi ọ ya dịka mkpume dị n'ikpere mmiri eburu tiche na alụ mkpume ozuru ike biko chere na ya wee woli all the DOS members wee tinye n'aka unu biko chere na ya n'oge ọta ka na ewere our ESN wee na-etinye n'aka unu na-asị dododo unu ga-echebe ESN n'ụtụtụ na-efe n'abalị na anya ndị ajọ onye ama mfụba n'ihi na ọkwa anwa bụ ndị debe na anaba anyị bụ n'udo na nna anyị gaa ugbo anata ụmụ nwanne anyị gaa ugbo anata nna anyị gaa ugbo anataba biko Chukwu okike abịa ma Chinebu chi ndị egede biko ewere m ESN wee tinye n'aka unu biko chere ndaba mgbọsị eke mgbọsị onye mgbọsị afọ mgbọsị nkwọ n'aka ndị na aka ekpe oge ndị ilo ya abịa nwa ya ebuzo wee fụ ndị ilo wee chụwaba biko ewere m ESN wee tinye n'aka unu biko chere na ESN n'afọ ndị nna ndị a na ise wee na-ekwu wee na-asị wee okwuolu our family wee welu family Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wee tinye n'aka unu na-asị dododo na enu family anụnwa ọ family unu wepụta ka wee duo Igbo ọ family na-edu Igbo ka abụọ ewere m family a wee tinye n'aka unu wee kpọkọ mmụọ onye dị n'ala Igbo mmiri niile dị n'ala Igbo biko welu family Mazi Nnamdi Kanu biko chere ndaba bido n'isi ruo n'ọdụdụ chere ndaba akaja niile nke a na-emeba okwu ọnụ niile nke a na-ekwu ebe a nọwa ọma mbụ iwe ya ma anyị ji wee daa mba ka nwa amadụ dat nakwa n'ahịa ka anọ n'ahịa na anwa emeligo ya ndụ ya adịrọba ọfọ ndụ ka m na-agọlọba mgbọsị eke mgbọsị onye mgbọsị afọ mgbọsị nkwọ ewere m agụ obi na-eti ya n'arụ na-asị biko chebe ndụba n'afọ ndị dị na ndị ana ise wee were IPOB worldwide wee tinye n'aka unu were IPOB anyị nwa na-asị n'ife apụrụ ime anyị ọkwanụ nwa eze ka anyị bụ na ebe nke anyị na-achụ na anyị achụta ya ana Biafra anyị na-achụ anyị enweta ya anyị enweta ana Biafra anyị na-achụ n'ihi na ọtụtụ awụrụ ndị nwụrụ anwụ ọtụtụ nọ na mkpọrọ ọtụtụ nọ na mba amanata anata ọntụrụ Biafra abịa biko hụ nchebe anyị ya nyere anyị ogologo ndụ na arụ isi ike nyere anyị ịfụnanya nyere anyị udo kpofuru na anyị nseke kpofuru na anyị arịkwụ n'okwu niile nke anyị ekwuru ụbọchị nke taa n'okwu ekwuche ka anyị ọbụla chiribeli nke mere eme ghafuo ka anyị gaba n'ilu n'ihi na gburugburu ugwu eze IPOB one family all great movement ka ọ bụ akpọkọ ụmụ enu mkpọkọ ụmụ ana si biko dododo unu chebe anyị nyere anyị ịfụnanya n'ihi na onye mmeli ka anyị bụ ndị mmeli ka anyị bụ IPOB one family ọyịwa anyị bụ chebe na anyị dowe na anyị nye anyị ogologo na arụ isi ike nke ọ na-eme na na-emesi ike onye na-ada mba na-abịnye onye ife ka nwanne nwoke da na-akụnye ya ife ka nwanne nwaanyị da na-akụnye ya n'ihi na ọkwanụ ofu onu ka anyị na wee bịa iji anụnwa anyị abịa ka anyị bịa gbuo onwe anyị ọ ka bịa kọta onwe anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ biko dododo akpọkọ ụmụ ana nyere anyị udo na IPOB family ka ọ dị chịkọọ na anyị ọnụ ma n'ime mmụọ na mmadụ ka m kwuru ka ole mgbọsị eke mgbọsị oye mgbọsị afọ mgbọsị nkwọ ise IPOB one family. Now we have to welcome our brother Mazi Umeh, a wonderful man, the man that give it all. Mazi Umeh, you are welcome.
Mazi,
you are welcome.
Yeah, we'll see you from here.
Yeah. I think I have our national anthem, right?
Yes, please. Very important.
Yeah.
We shall protect our hearts from all
Oh, hey, Biafra. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Yeah, Mazi, please, can you introduce yourself? You know, although Biafra knows you, but it's good, you know.
Thank you, Mazi. Once again, good evening and good afternoon and good morning, depending on your time zone. My name still remains Ikechukwu, Umeh. I'm still the North London coordinator here, United Kingdom. Mazi, thank you for having me in this wonderful interactive section.
Yeah, Biafrans, today is a wonderful day. You just sit by and listen for what you have to say. Why we are here is not any attack on the leadership, but just to say it the way it is. So I have with me here a wonderful brother, Mazi Umeh, a man that give it all. He is Biafrans. Listen. And we are not comfortable for our explanation of what we are going to say today, please, you are free to send a request to come in with your camera to say whatever you want to say. Please. Mazi, I don't know if you have time to play our music, or do we go on, because I know we have
I think let's just move on.
Yeah.
Waiting to we don't need to. We already prayed, and that's a long prayer.
Yes.
So let's just move forward and do the justice. Yes. We're not going to be here for so long.
Yes.
We need to go straight to the point and do justice to whatever we have brought into there. So this section we are in here, like you just said, I want to reiterate that whoever it might to assundry that what we do here is not personal to anybody. This is awareness and to highlight a lot of stuff that within the leadership that things are not going on properly, and we have to highlight it and at least to hit them in to a point of reminder to whatever that is going on within the leadership. We can't fold our hands and continue watching things go wrong. And we are IPOB, we are whiter and whiter and whiter than snow. That's why we joined this struggle, and that is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remain who he is today, because he has not failed us. From every angle you can look at it, Onyendu is in DSS dungeon today. It is his choice. He can decide to walk away from that place tomorrow. You just cut the deal, and that's it. So for me personally, and whoever believes that we have come to restore Biafra in truth and honesty, we cannot be vindictive to ourselves. This whole mess coming on social media, people in their view wasn't IPOB modus operandi. It was someone that actually allowed this to happen. When things go out of proportion, people need to defend themselves. And when we found out that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has now been trying to relegate him, I don't know why some people will see this and not say anything. So Mazi, there's no apology to anybody. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, what we do here is to educate our people. We are making it abundantly clear that it is not personal, individual attack, but then that we mention or videos we play here is about people borrowing people's words, what they have said. Because when somebody said something, you will forget what he said, but someone will need to remind them and why we are here and what we are doing, because it's not a joke. Right? Thank you, Mazi.
Yeah. That's right, Mazi. Mazi, you have said it all. No? I think, Mazi, we need to play the video of our son.
Those counts, Mr. Michael Zekome, is treasonable felony. Can you really have a political solution to treason charges? I mean, are there any precedences for that in Nigeria, for example? And what really would be the implications if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, especially when you say UN group had asked the government to release Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, the consequences for a country is to turn a country into a pariah nation. If United Nations organization, the Charter of 1945, to which you are a signatory, you are a charter, you are a citizen of the world by being recognized by the United Nations, and it has given a ruling, and you ignore it, there are usually consequences. Such a country is turned into a pariah nation. When you talk about treason, Section 15 of the Extradition Act says you can only rendition a person back, not for counts that were already going on, but for the matter you think he has done wrong there. So the United Nations Working Group indicted the Nigerian government and the Kenyan government for brutally bringing Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria and keeping him under horrendous treatment. Treason, there are no counts really bordering on treason. The nearer they have is what they call treasonable felony. But we have shown the counts for what they are: empty, hollow, vain, vacuous. Counts that have no substance, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That was why we were able to strike out to get 8 counts struck out.
Wow. Wow. Mazi, if I may ask, did Nigeria have any choice to hold our leader again?
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. They have got no grounds, no moral, no legal. It's actually, you know, what happened to our leader is what they call, if I might use the word rightly, right? Because it's not political witch hunting, but what has happened is a world conspiracy against Biafra, just like what Onyonde have told us over time. Such thing has never happened before, and the whole world kept mute. But today, United Nations Human Rights Working Group have speak out and give their verdict towards a country that is not is a contraption. So what the Psalm has just highlighted is what everybody knows from day one. Even our leader knows this. Every single person understands what our leader is going through and what is causing the zoo, because the zoo is in a shambles. Anybody tell you that they're going to come out of this mess, you know that person is dreaming. Onyandi said, after I'm done with you, that name will be obliterated from the map of the world. And that's exactly the direction we are, heading home with. So for me, it is something we already know, but they will continue to make mess of themselves, because as time goes on, the world are taking record of what they are doing. Just like what the Psalm has just, said. When a country, they are signatory to it, they are part of United Nations, and you cannot. That's why when it comes to executive orders and powers, you must be careful how you use them, because sometimes it might be a boomerang, a wrong run. And so whoever is going to take over from the Jubilee, the imposters, the national work, they have to pay the price of what is going to happen as they are navigating themselves, hoping that 2023 might be the leeway for them to just cover up what they have done while they are dreaming. So for me, it is a wonderful thing to IPOB, even to the families of our leader, to go out of all this, to make sure that the international body gets involved. And to be honest, I remember when this issue of our international lawyer Bufem was on a peak, and so many contradictory words coming from different quarters, even within some of our hierarchies. I've commented on it, which it was kind of absurd for me personally, if you ask me. Issue of IPOB, when we have internal issues should be settled within internal. But at the end of the day, there was a message came out from one of our legal luminary, which I think Barrister Barrister Ejimako saying that verifying that Bruce Fame remain our Onyendu's international representative, which has brought us to where we are today. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we know exactly why our leader is where he is. So Nigerian government or Zoo government has got nothing against our leader, and what they have done is a travesty of justice that has never taken place in anywhere in the world. To rendition somebody from one country to another, there's a due process to that. Even if you want to extradite anybody, it just jump. This is an eyesore, But the reason why everybody have kept quiet, even within, the British government himself, which our leader is a British citizen, that is why you see even the UN Human Rights Working Group have pointed it out, and now the United Nations is up in their case. Now UK themselves, we have pushed them now to accept that they're going to hear, our case in their own court in United Kingdom here, and that all these things is a process. Onyendu said it's going to be a 30 years project. I don't know, some of us remember when you made that comment. He said this particular journey is going to take 30 years for us to get to where we are going. But some people don't understand it. That's why all these things, all these turbulences we're having now, we have to go through all this, at least, when you give birth to a child, they go through process, to mature. Our mentality and who we are, our people are still like babies, because look at what is happening. Look at how shaky we are. In this kind of mindset, can we actually face those that are facing us for reality with this kind of mindset we have? It's not going to happen. So that is why Onyendu take his time. He's sitting down there, watching what is happening and see how we are reacting in things. So for me, it is a very marvelous, thing to happen. And don't forget that that order was passed through our leader, and it was true. I think it was true. Who was it true? Was it not through Kanu Takano, right?
Yeah.
That order was passed through Kanu Takano, and they carried it on. Even the UK on all this whole thing. Like you said from your prayers, why are we fighting each other not to come together and work to achieve results? All these results we are achieving, it is not magic. It's somebody's doing this work. Those that are working from underground. You understand what I'm saying? So, but imagine if that message could have come to him and he would now start thinking, oh, this message has been watered down, right? So where are we gonna go from there? You understand me?
Mazi, ịmana ndị Igbo si that na ikwuwe okwu ọkwarago enidi ịgba okwu ọtọ ka amalụ ka okwu dị. That is how it goes. You see, any video clip we play here have a meaning. Any video clip we play here have a meaning. Now, we have talked about the that Nigerian government have no choice than to obey the UN, because UN have indicted Nigeria and Kenya governments. Now, the second one again is, I know, because I always said our leaders' order, our leaders' message must implement, no matter what. Once our leader pass a message, the leadership or whoever that is supposed to implement that leadership must implement it. Now, let's go back to this UN report. But if you could remember, Bruce Femme, let me start from myself. I, for one day, I have never trusted Bruce Femme. I said it here before. I have never trusted Bruce Femme due to the reports we got from the leadership. And that reminds me that there is a Twitter from China Sanwo-Olu. I think we have it here. So, because it's good when we are saying something, we will bring the evidence up. Hello, Maz, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Do you lay your hand on that Twitter from?
I think so. 1 second. Give me a second.
Okay, let me be saying, maybe when we got it, we can put it on screen. On screen, no? So there's a Twitter from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu about some of our international legal fame, you know, and Bufem was there included, you know, and he said, "Oh, this is scam," and also even Mazi Kanu was not in good terms with Bufem too. But there's one thing here I want people to understand. There's one thing here I want people to understand. Because I said, Gina Walid Alala, you are not in position. Our leader's shoe can match you. He's bigger than you, he's bigger than all of us. Our leader passed that message through Barrister Aloy Jamako. He said, Bufem should be added into our legal team. And guess what? Mazi Kanu did exactly what our leader said. Mazi Kanu did exactly what our leader said, because he is in the position of the international lawyers and local. Mazi Kanu included Bufem. And today, what happened? Bufem got this result for us. You can see what every case we are making, we anchor it on UN reports. Even when our son is speaking, we anchor it on UN reports. This is the backbone. So, for instance, that this message was passed to Mazi Nnamdi, just like as he said, that he doesn't take every message from our leader. That's not every message they take from our leader. For instance, this message was passed to Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi will not and will never accept it, because in his mind or in his view, Bufem is not working. And this wonderful result, we will not get it. So that's why I say it's important for us to obey our leader. This is the only man who had the voice. From the leadership to the ordinary IPOB member, everybody had the voice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when he speaks, we must obey his instruction. He said he will lead this battle. He will be in front. And he's leading this battle and he's in front. And when he passes order, people feel reluctant to obey his order. Mazi, please. I don't know if you have something to say on this issue, please.
Yes, Mazi. Well, thank you very much. You know, what we are trying to do here is, you know, to redirect our people and the way some people, where we reason. Now, issue of Onyendu passing order, and somebody thinks that order is not from Onyendu, or maybe state of mind of Onyendu, it is not right. But I think the best thing to do is not just saying this. For me, if you ask me, yeah, because at the end of the day, issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not, for instance, if he decided not to apply what Onyendu has said, I don't know where we go without Onyendu's instruction or orders. You understand what I'm saying, Mazi? It is deeper than anybody can imagine. When our leader being passed order to whoever it might be. I have a comrade that told me something. He said it in confidence. He said, Mazi Umeh, Onyendu, the last thing he would do to our leader is when Onyendu asks you to do something, you say no to it. You don't say no to our leader. And don't forget that our leader is the arrowhead of this struggle. It's not just physical, it's more spiritual. Because a man that has said things 8 years ago, and they're happening in our face. Even those that don't believe in us because of his words. So how dare you now question his words? How dare you question? It doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't suit you. Let me say, within the leadership now, since Onyendu is not there, them themselves have made some decisions that maybe I don't like. Yeah, probably they made that decision. I don't know if them or Onyendu, but I don't question. Do you know why? Because we believe in command and control, right? That Onyendu is the highest commander of IPOB. Whether Onyendu is right or wrong, if first of all carry those instructions that he has been given. Now you can go back to him. And Onyendu is somebody that has that open hand that is welcome to talk. But the first step is say obey before complain, right? Obey before complain. You must comply first before you complain. That some of us will have complied, but today the reason why we can no longer comply is because we are now too many evidence have shown that you, as the person now supposed to be correcting or carrying Onyendu's instruction, because your job is to pass message from Onyendu to us. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whatever Onyendu said, your job is to lay that thing out to Biafrans or IPOB members without holding anything back. So that tomorrow, if something goes wrong, Onyendu won't say, oh, if but or XYZ have said this and you didn't do what I said. But now, it is not that we are in a kind of state of doubt, or we don't know. Now we have evidence of saying that Onyendu actually was passing message to the member of DOS, some of them, and everybody was reluctant. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. The word of reluctant is a deep word. And I took my time to listen to this particular voice over and over and again. And it gets into my, my, how do they call it? Obrangata, because whenever I hear that word, reluctant, I was like, it's like I'm someone waking up from sleep. Everybody was reluctant. And I'm asking. So indeed, this message gets to you as an person, that Onyendu is our highest command. And you're telling me that you yourself couldn't carry that order. And every single one of you that actually involved was reluctant. And the message keep coming. Now, Mazi, this is deeper than anybody can think. You see that particular word. We will play that audio once again after I've talked a little bit about this, right? But I want everybody that is under the sound of my voice, we need to go back. We need to go into sober reflection. If like this conversation was a private conversation, yeah, we would say maybe somebody was making a mistake. But it was in our radio. And a lot of people have not picked up this particular word, what he meant. Regardless what anybody think, for you to come out publicly and admit that Onyendu was passing order, yeah, and everybody was reluctant. That might contravene what Chikedozium has said before. All these audios, we're going to play them here for Biafrans, for everybody to listen. But I just want to touch to it because I'm going to go deeper in this issue. So now, if you, no matter your position in IPOB, admitted that Onyendu was actually passing message, and you know he was legitimate. He was legit. Not like the ones he said, because they contradict themselves. Some message will come, we think the message has been watered down. Now, I want to say something. If leadership has having this cold feet that they're getting a watered down message from Onyendu, from our legal team, why don't you define another means to get a message from Onyendu? Because he cannot choose when to pick up message and when not to pick up message. Because he still act upon the messages he brought in. But now, you guys now decide which one. Just like the same Chinas Sanwo made a comment that all of them are leaders. I don't know if Chinas Sanwo will actually go back and listen to his voice and what he has said. You know, in this life, yeah, when God want to, if you know, I don't know, that's what they say. So if God want to destroy you first of all, he will strike you mad. He will strike you with madness. You see this tongue, this our tongue is dangerous. And when somebody is speaking, you know, sometimes power is intoxicated. The power you have not tested before. If they lay it upon your hand, you become, you know, you go into a different mood, right? And all this words are made known to IPOB platform, which is Radio Biafra. And I tell you one thing, none of us, our people, has ever actually gone into reverse thinking and asking questions. Because I always refer to 2015, 16, 17, 18 to 19. I'm telling you the truth, even as worst as them then, the way they were then. I was in a meeting in UK here. Let me give you an example. We were in a meeting. There was a meeting when you held with us here in UK. In that meeting, somebody recorded that meeting. That was the day Charles Rabbi joined IPOB and took over. That's why I said, any comrade I know that is under oath, I don't really come after you with that, because I know you're under oath. Whatever you do, you must surely pay for it. Some people think that oath is not effective, but I tell you one thing, when IPOB oath is against you, you wouldn't even know. Because things you do, that oath is what is the repercussion, is the reflection of that oath that's coming after you. So somebody recorded that voice.
Baby.
Somebody recorded that voice, yeah, and threatening every forum we are then. And the person that was doing then was I'm a Clifford Irania, because he is the man that think you're going to move mountain. Every forum you go then, that if you said anything, we're going to make this available to the DSS, and Onyendu will be put in a confine. That's why Onyendu is in confined solitary today. You see Onyendu in the reason why they kept Onyendu incommunicado is because of this. That single act in 2016. Some people don't know. Somebody recorded that particular meeting and sent it straight to DSS. Now, if Mazi Chikedozem have said that there are certain orders that he cannot make decision because the first in command is still reachable. Over time, you have people say Onyendu is absent. I ask you, Onyendu is absent where? Onyendu is in the journey of the cause of what we are fighting for. He says he's absent. Who made him absent? He chose to be in DSS dungeon because of me and you. You telling me Onyendu is absent? Do people understand the word of absent? The journey of freedom required that somebody, there's the three places a freedom fighter should be: exile, prison, or death. And Onyendu have chosen to be in prison, and he said he's absent. So now, all this whole thing I'm talking about here is to open our people's mind and ears to people to understand the direction we are going. So forget about shenanigans or people, singing praises that doesn't hold any water. My question is this: what was in China Sanwo-Olu's mind when he come on Radio Biafra to make that communication and saying that Onyendu was passing message, and this message was coming to them, and everybody was feeling reluctant? This has been the argument, that Onyendu orders must be implemented. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's heartbreaking. I cannot stand that particular audio. It gives me a nightmare. As an IPOB member that joined when I had our leader's voice, and I'm under oath and believing what I joined for. I didn't join this team as I'm looking for a friend or I want to join Kindred meeting. No. I joined because I'm a freedom fighter. I believe in equal rights, equity, and justice, and fairness. And our leader have all these things in abundance. Even though he have all the power in the world, he's still a man that listens to people. He have that room. Even UK here, before it is banned UK, he hosted this meeting before one general meeting that he was there. He had another meeting. People was acting like rats in the cage. I told him that he was merciful to us to give us that day. These are adults. And look at those people there. Where are they today? Those people are shouting then. Onyendu, is there something? So this person, no, we don't know. Where are all these men now? Where are you? What are you saying? What are you doing? All of them now are on that shell because all of them have boxed into one corner. Nobody talks anymore because they created a scenario of IPOB leadership have been attacked. Nobody's attacking IPOB. So far as I'm concerned, when IPOB leadership was under attack, we came out, dealt with the issue, tell leadership what to do to get all those things stopped. They never did anything because they want that to continue. So to give them liberty to continue doing what they are doing. Because when someone have an agenda, you have to create insurance with that agenda to sell. You have to be doing something that would divert people's attention. So IPOB, as an IPOB naive ones out there, we'll be thinking, oh, somebody's attacking our leadership. But let me take your mind back. Every single thing that people might be thinking that someone have said somewhere today, who is implementing them within IPOB leadership today? So, Mazi, this matter, this word, we can sit here over and over and over and again. There's nothing can take it back. Mazi Nnamdi have told us that the order was coming. Everybody was low. And remember, Kanu is our leader's younger brother. Like I said, I owe nobody no apology. Even Kanu himself. What I'm saying here is what it is. I don't have permanent friend, not a permanent enemy. If Kanu was doing the wrong thing, and sometimes you need to use your common sense, even when I don't have all the information or evidence to say, okay, maybe Kanu was wrong or right. I don't think the way that matter handled was the way they're supposed to handle it. From the beginning, this same Chinasa Nworu was the first person that came to Radio Biafra to attack Kanu. If you remember, he was the first person that brought Kanu in Radio Biafra. They discussed the meeting they had with Kanu. If you remember, in the US. I want to talk about this because you know why? We should not allow this to sell in IPOB. Because if we now are actually allowing things to get away, we are fighting to be free. That is why we agitators. And why are we fighting? Because the system we are in is oppressing us. So there is no way. Onyendu, command and control in IPOB, it is not to oppress anybody. It is merely to people be in this law and order. Just like as I'm here in this country today, wherever you are, that's the implement law that you must follow that law. For instance, if you're driving, you're speeding, camera caught you, you're going to pay fine. That is what command and control is. But nobody abuses you. But that does not mean that if you give me ticket, it doesn't mean that I will not question it. There's some people who will give ticket, they will question that ticket. And at the end of the day, that ticket will be reversed. Probably you didn't do something wrong. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a scenario. Now, command and control under IPOB, it is not for anybody to use it to oppress any other comrade within IPOB. So what we are talking about now is leadership of IPOB and those that in our helm of affair today, how are they selling this ship? But now, you and I have now known that Chinasa Nworu have said it. It's in 2 audio. We're going to play them here to Biafrans to listen to. And listening to what Mazi Chikedozie said when he was with all this woman down this highway, what she said there. Admission, he admitted there. And he knew the implication of when you isolate our leader. So, if Mazi Nnamdi have actually knew that anything we do reflecting isolating our leader is putting his life in danger, then how come Chinasa Nworu is telling the zoo government that Onyendu was sending order to them? All of them were feeling reluctant in Radio Biafra. And everybody folded hand on watching Chinasa Nworu. And they continue to rant. Because for me, it's ranting. For the matter of fact that Chinasa Nworu is not visible to anybody, right? Let me say this here. I don't know him in person, and I don't want to know anybody personally. I'm talking about this because this guy, as a person, have caused a lot of problem within IPOB. I have in one of our forum. I wasn't saying it because I'm defending him because of Chinasa Nworu. I defend the leadership. What I mean leadership is that IPOB as a body, right? When somebody is going after anybody in IPOB, I will go after you. I have that evidence and I can publish it here. And all those people that you're not taking on today say they are coordinators or whatnot. All of them were in that forum. None of them said nothing. His name was there. I can put it on the screen. I have it here. I will put everything on the screen. But I won't do it now because I'm waiting for them when the time is right. Now, the reason why I'm pointing out to this is because I'm taking his word that he said. It's not an attack. This is what he said. And to me, that word to me is not even demeaning our leader. It's putting our leader's life in danger. Chinasa Nworu saying that Onyendu was passing message. That message keep coming. You repeat it twice, keep coming. Keep coming. Everybody was feeling reluctant. Then are we still doing IPOB here? What are we doing here? Huh? After saying this, And Kanu Kanu tweeted that the sit at home has been suspended. Give one or two reasons. Because they refuse to carry on in this instruction. Nobody has talked about this before. Because I told you why we have been trying to nurse these guys, cover their mess they're in, because they're in a big mess. In a big one, massive mess they're in. No, there's no two ways about it. I can debate any idiot that are available to debate me. I don't need to talk anything with you. What I'm asking you is that Chinasa Nworu said, and I'll quote, that the message keep coming for them to suspend Monday sit at home that have destroyed IPOB if some of us are not standing. Because they will be deceiving people. IPOB is intact. IPOB is not intact. Don't stop lying to people. People are waiting for you to come out, but for you guys have lost the ground. Home and abroad, I'm telling you. It's not mimicking. Forget about all these people. You people are giving money now because people are inducing people to give them money to come online to talk, buy them cards. IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never given anybody £1 or 1 penny before. We are the one bringing our money, fighting to see Onyendu to join the struggle. You people have turned it now into monetization. Now people buying people with money for them to come and defend your SSs. While I tell us that Onyendu's order, all of you, we are reluctant. If you are reluctant about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's order, can you what are we doing then? And he come out and said publicly, Mazi Ezumezu, help me here because, I am lost. That Obuna, the zoo government themselves, this is a message to them. It's a signal to them. Why must Chinasa Nworu come on Radio Biafra to be talk? You don't know what to say. You come to Q&A. You can't answer questions. You're hyped up. People ask you questions. You say they are autopilot. I don't know what that means. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not use foul languages in our platform. With Q&A on Fridays. Call in. It doesn't matter if you believe in Nigeria or you believe in Biafra. But when you call, Onyendu will come down. And because if you don't have the capability of digesting words, you don't put yourself in a hot seat. Everybody now is infiltrator. And what are you? Let me accept you that Onyendu's order was coming. And all of you were reluctant. I will put the word of reluctant from Google. I want people to take the word one after another. How many words are made up reluctant? He understands the magnitude of the word this guy used. And he was saying it with every authority in Idodo. And who is hosting him, all of them are intellectual. Nobody asked question. After that program, he went home and sleep. Now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can go to hell. When he come out, he can do it himself. My brother, anybody, anywhere in the world, think that some people came out to come and do Biafra, or maybe we are looking for. When you say we are not coming here to make name or make money, because some people are building platform today. When I start joining IPOB, even Uchemofono, I was in the media. I never been in the IPOB platform media, but there was as I say, media warrior in IPOB. Once you have smartphone and have the time and have data, you're a media warrior. But all these ones they're recruiting now, they are inducing with money. And now those people don't do any other job because someone that is in Biafra land, you're sending that person £50 every month. You don't work anymore. To be honest with you, you don't work anymore. Mazi, unmute yourself.
Yeah. 1 minute. I want to come in before you continue. I'm sorry. Do you now understand now that the fight between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and some member of DOS is because they are not taking the order from our leader?
My brother, there is no if but there from day one. If Onyendu wanted to put Kanu Kanu in leadership, he would have done it. They wouldn't have stopped it. And Kanu Kanu, for all I know, or what I have seen, and I believe he's not interested in any position in IPOB. But now, Chinasa Nworu have confirmed what Kanu Kanu has been saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he said, and we'll play it, his voice here, and I'll quote, that the message keep coming.
Keep on
And
coming.
message
Keep on coming.
Everybody was reluctant. And there's another video again. An audio again said, "Oh, there's some message will come from our. Go and ask our." That's why when you see them today, they have favorite legal person that they're passing message to. Even I've seen that in United Kingdom here. One idiot in meeting talking against one another. If I told you what somebody was sitting down talking about our leader's younger brother, not even Kanu Takano, I have all those things on tape. I'm not hiding it because I told them a day will come, all of you will run into bush. You don't go. None of you have bought ticket. None of you have bought ticket to go to DSS dungeon. 2015, I bought ticket from here, left here, I went home to witness what happened in Abuja. I don't know how many people have done that. When you go to when it's from England, go to Brussels. Some and IPOB members will contribute money for you. We're not here to make money. We have spent time, money, and we'll continue to do it because I believe that that's nothing. We believed in one thing. Freedom for our people and our born children. So, Kanu Takano, for me, the first time China Samuel came to the Biafra, I mentioned Kanu Takano's voice, name. Then we are, you know what? Let's just allow. We don't know what is happening. We don't want to get involved. Till they narrated what happened then, blaming Kanu Takano. And Kanu Takano knew that Onyendu was adopted for 10 days and he said nothing. He tweeted that he was in the mountain or whatever. All these things was propaganda. Because I can tell you for once, sometimes, and compare Kanu Takano and China and Chike Doziem when the Umara put him on a spot, was asking him questions. They call Kanu Takano for meeting. Because as I am now, George, what makes you realize when to speak and when not to speak? Kanu Takano did not have the full information on what happened to Onyendu. Because of the secretary communicated with Kanu Takano, Onyendu has now been adopted. Does not mean Kanu Takano will start singing music. Because one for all, it will jeopardize all the investigation. But if Kanu Takano could have told these men what was going on then, how could we have got Onyendu's document, passport back to him, for him now to be able to file the report, file the case now to Kenyan government to indict Nigeria and Kenyan government? How wouldn't have done that with these people that talk like parrots? Everything they hear, they come on radio and talk about it. China Samuel said that Onyendu told him to withhold his identity. If you, as a secret agent in IPOB, then why are you telling us in Radio Biafra that Onyendu asks you to withhold your identity? Do I give a crap at who wants to know who you are? You know, keep that to you and Onyendu. You don't need to validate yourself. Because, you know, this is, I'm giving you, because I have to talk about this guy. You know why I'm talking about him like this? Because he with his own mouth, I have 3 videos here that I have sat down and listened to. And I ask myself, who is this person? My brother, if you as a secret agent, only see that our secret agent will die, they will drink cyanide. If they go on mission, they will cut. My brother, for you to come to Radio Biafra and tell us that Onyendu asked you to withhold your identity, you have blown the cover. Because I remember when Onyendu came to Kuwait 2015. You woke up Onyendu, I listened to that broadcast. There was no pictures. But I know that some people that know who you are. I know some people know you. You're not an invisible human being. Maybe you're answering different name. But for one for all, you can't tell me that Onyendu told you to withhold your identity and you send it to us. What are you trying to achieve? You want to validate yourself as a hook one. You know, so all these things is what you people have been doing, but you don't know that you're leaving loopholes as you speak. Your word you speak is what people are going to judge you with. We are not stupid. This is not all, because everything that now infiltrate autopilot. I don't believe in all this nonsense. And for one for all, people are gutted. I don't know if go and find out the word gutted. People are sick and tired of your shenanigans. All this lie and certitude you guys have brought in IPOB, nobody have time for it. One for all, Kanu Takano tweeted that the sit at home has been suspended. Give XYZ as the reason why it was suspended. You people jumped on him. That everybody say, oh, Kanu Takano have hijacked IPOB. Couple months later, Austin Albani came on Radio Biafra to tell us that IPOB is not a family business. But Austin Albani is an European rep. Can you tell me what Austin Albani has done in Europe to solve the problem within Europe. The problem we are facing today in IPOB, whatever is coming from Europe. What has Austin Abani done? Have you, however, had him talk about it? Or even move, even in his Twitter handle, what have he done? But he quickly to come to Radio Biafra and tell us that, oh, it's not the family business, that the same respect that according to Onyenu should be accorded to Chike Doziem, Austin Abani. Chike Doziem will never ever have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu respect. Let me make it clear. It will never happen. Because respect is earned. It is earned. It's not something you force into yourself. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not ask people to respect him. We respected him because we saw him that this man is a meek person, even though God gave him everything anybody can think about, beyond human imagination. And they want to equate the same respect to Chike Doziem. Uchemofo, they told us 2015 that his voice was not strong. Because some of you don't know how I said I will always mention Uchemofo's name. You know why? Because case study, Uchemofo is 1 million times better than all of you as we stand now. And I will prove it. We're just on one year, and we're not even up to 1 year and 6 months. We are in. Look at where we are. Imagine it was you that did IPOB in 2015. There wouldn't be a new IPOB. So we'll go back on the how we get to where we are. IPOB doesn't spring from anywhere. Right? So they told us Uchemofo was not strong enough. But Uchemofo was a humble servant on his own days. And some of that grace emanated to him, touched him. Because he only see Uchemofo, if only Uchemofo get to Onyendu's message, which I judge no. I used to come to Biafra and broadcast. Some of you don't know, I won't mention my name. But whenever I have a sensitive information, Uchemofo is in our, he sleeps in our studio. That's what sometimes people don't understand. When the people say they were paying Uchemofo, how much are you paying Uchemofo? I was in the same meeting they recorded. Onyendu in that meeting opened up and said, anybody that will take Uchemofo position and do what he do and pay council tax out of that 3,000 pounds, then come and take it. How much? What is 3,000 pounds in United Kingdom? Somebody that live here, going to school. Even the person that is cleaning here make 3,000 pounds a month. Cleaners here make it. What are you talking about? Huh? A man left his family sleep in studio. He worked in his days. And I have to give him that respect. When the devil took over him, just like he took over some of you now, so you can't make me blind. I don't know what I'm talking about. The devil, that same devil that is Uchemofo have gone into some of you now. Because if Chika someone will have the infantry to come to the and say, only the message will keep coming. And everybody was reluctant. And you see where we are with it. After you people have felt reluctant, you see where we are. This is IPOB for you now. Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi, let me come in, please. Mazi, do you know if China Sanwo-Olu and Chike Doziem respect our Onyendu's order to cancel that seat at home, this problem we are having in Biafra land today, we will not be having this problem. This Monday seat at home.
Why would we
will not be having this Monday seat at home.
Why would we have the problem? Why?
That is why I'm so angry. I'm so upset. Once our leader pass order, you must implement it. You must obey it. If they have listened to our leader, then I don't think we'll be having this problem we're having every Monday sit at home. And this a man that says something and it comes to pass in so many years. It's come to pass. This a man that with your identity, if not by now, some people would like to pay $1 million to have your picture. But you know that a day like this will come, and he protects you. And this is the same man you say you don't take every his message, and you say the message keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Everybody feel reluctant. Everybody feel reluctant. And when Mazi Nnamdi go on air a day before that sister to tweeted, most of us don't know what is going on, because Kanu still have first class information, just the way our leadership have the information. And a lot of us jump on Kanu. We don't know that our leader have cancelled this sit at home before the very first sit at home. and they refuse to implement it. Let me remind you, there is two things Kanu did. One is this is at home. The second was Umeh account. Remember, Kanu said this Umeh account was not from Onyendu. And today, where is this Umeh account? Today, where is this Umeh account? No? Biafrans, it can take it.
Mazi,
yeah.
One thing, yeah, it is very, very absurd the way things are going within our those that Onyendu have given the hand over our helm of affairs on a daily basis. Now, like I said before, IPOB members, the hardcore IP, Onyendu said only 100 men. So I presume if Onyendu can find one man that is pure in every country, then maybe Biafra will be restored. Now, someone that wrote something the other day, European rep, African rep, I told him that 100 men is a mission impossible. You see what this 100 men is a mission impossible. To be honest with you. The issue we are having here, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. I know people we are apprehensive because of what has been happening. But let me tell you something. There is no infiltrator within IPOB more than what is in within IPOB itself. So without those people having in contact with those that those that are in charge, because why I will say start from Nelly or Febu comment down to another person that make comment. Check it today. Every single thing they have said is what Ikechukwu is implementing today.
100%, yeah.
Madam Nenyanya, issue. Auditing Madam Nenyanya, he accepted that he has no power to do it. We play all this video as we go on, but this is like a monologue. We are having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Now, in our June, what you see, Onyendu not taking order from Onyendu. Just because what Sanwo-Olu said is that we don't take order from Onyendu anymore. Even sometimes he say, oh, some other that come from our lawyers, we tell them this is not what we're expecting. Do you listen to that guy? This is not what we're expecting. The guy is a joke. And he's knocking the chest now, not commanding. Are you commanding goats or cows? Are you commanding? If you are commander, it's not hidden. We know. But you guys have messed a lot of things up. I don't want to dive into that now, because when time is right, we'll talk about it. But I want to tell Chinasa Sanwo-Olu to retrace his step. He's going too far. He's ranting too much. If cover your face, man, any man that talks too much, any place you go, see people that rant too much, they're the weakest link. You come to Biafra to show off, but you're making a lot of mistakes, my brother. Now, challenging our leader, giving false information to the zoo against Onyendu is the height of it. For you to open your mouth and say that the message was coming, everybody felt reluctant, my brother. If I see you 101, my brother, you will not end well. I took an oath on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name. I'm not the type who talk too much. Those that know me. I don't talk. I believe in that. I talk more. I talk. What we are talking here now is about your words. I'm contributing. All of us are contributing money. It's the way you come, where we worship a holy platform to talk nonsense about our leader. And then they host all of them. Everybody have been busted into stupor because when he talk, they will remove you. Remove me in IPOB means nothing. He didn't bring me into IPOB. No one convinced me, and that's why you don't have the power to remove me from IPOB. Go and remember the time I joined IPOB. I called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu live on air. Get the number from Onyendu directly from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not from any individual. I got the number from Onyendu, direct from Onyendu. And I called Festus Sanekwe, a good man. A good man. Festus Sanekwe is a good man. I won't speak ill against my fellow comrade, regardless of my mistake. It was a mistake. They bamboozled him then, and I was the only person that went to him in Forest Gate when he brought our talk. I said, Festus, come and apologize. He said, George, you know, things are going to start happening. Just like what's happening now. They believe will not come out. I said, well, for that, go home. I don't gossip. So for China Sanwo-Olu to have the guts to accept that Onyendu was sending message, everybody felt reluctant. China can never do your job. My brother, you have shot me in my you shot me in my heart. Now, who the heck are you? Onyekebo. People join IPOB, people just put that from nowhere. All of us with a training cable behind everybody. Any of us today, any young people man that stays abroad have you say that your hands are clean, one word or the other, because all of us know we are. Because systematically, there was a dress in our land. That's all of us left looking for greener pasture. So I owe nobody, I owe no idiot, anybody apology for anything. What I'm saying here is that you open your mouth and tell the world that the Onyendu order has not been. You guys now don't obey. As Charles Rabbi said, that we stop taking order. But Charles Rabbi, we people expelled him. But now you're implementing Charles Rabbi is what he have said. You said it or not me. Now, Kanu Kanu tweeted, everybody bounced on him. Kanu Kanu have hijacked IPOB. It's not a family business. Us now and ranting. It's not a family business. His job is not doing it though. What he's doing is going from one country to another, gossiping, trying to divert IPOB fund. Austin Abane, you are just an European rep. Just an European rep. Madam Nenyanya is your superior. And he's telling me about insubordination. That is where they drive me insane and mad. Austin Abane will call a meeting and be talking against Madam Nenyanya, and he want me to sit there and listen to you. And he's still telling me about command and control. Are you guys okay? Even the zoo is far better off than what you guys are doing now. Austin Abane is just an European rep. We convey a meeting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot call a financial meeting without Madam Nenyanya. Which of never did it? Who the hell are you? We're not cable. And he's telling us that don't listen to anybody in Radio Biafra, and I will listen to you. I'm doing a village meeting here. We don't gossip.
Yeah, Mazi, I'm so no because I'm boiling here. Mazi, I believe China will have to tender apology to Biafra, to IPOB for that comment. No, because he has to tender apology for that comment.
No. You know when Onyendu came out, Onyendu was calling this Nigeria zoo. And there's a been hashtag now, people saying they are proud zombie. Have you not seen it? People saying, oh, we are proud zombie.
Yeah. I
will show you that this is not IPOB anymore. IPOB has known we attack, we don't defend. Because Onyaki Adocha, you lay the facts before the world and let the world judge. If your hands are clean, just like as I'm talking here now, come and say it, because you know people have made everything open now. So what Yana has, like I said, I will not. There's things I won't talk about as a principal officer that I am, but what you have said, I will talk about it. No apology to it. It is your word, not mine. You can't sue me for it because it's on people's domain. It's what you said, not me said it. If Onyendu words has been reluctantly ignored, and you want me to take your own word, are you normal, or are you mentally deranged or deluded? Which one should I use? Which one can I equate with your attitude with? We will play the voices, they will listen to it. Now, let's come to the Umeh account. They have to apologize to Kanu Kanu. I've said it over time. Kanu Kanu concern should be every IPOB member that is pure concern. Because Kanu Kanu is fighting as an IPOB member, not even as Onyendu's brother. There's a provision in our code of conduct that tells you that you have the right to question things. It's there. And we will have time to do. The day we do our code of conduct, yeah? I will put it with voice. Because the one thing about our people don't read. Onyendu said our people don't read. If you write small essay, they don't read. Just gossip. That's all. That's what they do. There's a provision in our code of conduct. Just like China Sanwo-Olu said, what our code of conduct said. When Onyendu is not there, China Sanwo-Olu need to post it to us where that is said that when Onyendu is not there, it's Chikedoziem. Onyendu say what Chikedoziem says stand. Mean that Chikedoziem must implement Onyendu's orders at every given time. Chikedoziem is like a clerk to Onyendu. Onyendu give you order, implement it. You don't question Onyendu. Yeah? You don't question Onyendu. So that is what he meant by when he said whatever Onyendu, whatever Chikedoziem did, goes. Just like as he said about our finance. But I'm is our overall head of finance officer. Nobody cares. So what about that particular quote? Nobody quotes it. So Mazi, where I'm gonna go now is the second phase of it. Yeah? Second phase of it is about Umeh account. Again. Umeh account again. Yeah? When Kanu tweeted Umeh account was fraudulent. Couple days later, Mazi Nnamdi came on Radio Biafra and announced Umeh account that it was approved by our leader. Then Biafrans, they start contributing into that account. Couple weeks later, Mazi Nnamdi reverse, come to Radio Biafra and tell Biafrans not to contribute into that account. He didn't tell them the reason why. By then, people now don't because you keep on making mistakes. People will keep on feeling that you don't know what you're doing. That is why you don't answer questions that you don't have answer to. Because when you answer questions you don't have answer to, that you will lie. And once you lie, that is started lying. Lying. Once you lie once, one time lie, you will continue to lie. Now, Kanu tweeted that account is a fraudulent account. Chikedoziem came and told Biafrans that account, you should pay money to the account. Couple more weeks later, he came back and said, no, stop paying money there, but he didn't tell them why. He said, stop paying money there. This is a two scenario. This is a two thing that has happened. There is many more on issue of Kanu, violation of Kanu, pointing out things that is valid on things they are doing that is not right. Now, this is about our finance. And don't forget, our finance is the foundation of IPOB. And Onyendu did it that he don't want people to meddle into our finance. That is why he created that financial department. Just like if you listen to that, our brother, that the secretary, the one that assistant to Madam Nyanya, Solomon, when he's made his own submission, he listened to the guy. He's a very vibrant young man, and he speaks the facts because Ezumezu, truth always straightforward. Now, Umeh account, everybody have adopted it, but nobody knows how much actually went to Umeh account. Nobody can account for that Umeh account. Nobody knows how much went to Umeh account. Nobody knows how much, because when he said people stop, people didn't listen anymore. And that account was connected to our website. So people were paying directly into that account for ESN. But let me shock you. There's one incident in the United Kingdom here. That is why, as you see me talking, I said I owe no apology to anybody because I gave time. We were watching them. We were listening to what they're saying. We were following the instructions. And when we see that the instruction and the attitude is not balanced, some people might be, you had information they told you. Nobody told me anything. I have been a principal officer and I have privilege to be into some first-hand information that you are not privileged to be into, which is not what I'm here to talk about. But what I'm saying in essence is this. That's one incident in UK here. Because UK here, finance is another problem. Just like as this South Africa issue, the same problem we have in the United Kingdom. Our financial secretary here, she's like the goddess in the United Kingdom. Whatever she said is Abani said that she's a pioneer. She's one of the IPOB pioneers in the United Kingdom, and I laugh. I want to remind them that when we had problem here 2015, Ifeanyi Urai, which is then Manchester national coordinator, then dared us not to come to Manchester. He dared IPOB that if we come to Manchester, then that they were going to deal with us. Men, couple of them today, not so. That's why when I look at it, men are not men anymore. When I look at my comrade, the way they have gone into ice cold, I don't know. Maybe some of them are looking for something, or maybe some of them are again. I don't know what again, or they have forgotten why they joined IPOB. We left London here. We went to Manchester. I was the person that anchored that particular program with Uchemofo. I was the MC that day with Mike, and he was screaming on live that day. This UK National Financial Secretary now, well, she's a good woman. I don't say nothing wrong against people, but sometimes, you know, in this world, when you give somebody position, sometimes that position goes into their brain. That's I can say. I don't talk bad about individuals. She was the one that cooked for us then. Ifeanyi Urai then was the devil, and Solomon was the coordinator then with her husband, and we inaugurated them. George was one man in the mic that day. So when people talk about United Kingdom, they think it's today. We took off from to London here to Manchester, and Ifeanyi Urai was nowhere to be found. He ran away. Uchemofo was with us, and the Radio Biafra inaugurated Manchester that day. So when people are talking, I don't know, you think we join IPOB because I want to come and get the pepper, or I want money, or this nonsense. So if you know me, you know what I left behind to say, okay, now I want to be a part of this family. And I will never go anywhere. I had somebody say in the meeting, oh, why don't some people resign? They were making reference to me before they say they removed their father on air, you know, which you don't have any power to do. Because I don't get any money from IPOB. I was the one putting my money and my time. Let me shock you. That particular account, Chike told people not to pay money into. Umeh account. On one occasion, we were having a meeting. The UK Financial Secretary said that Mazi Nnamdi asked her to pay £10,000 into that account. Are you listening to me? Are you following what I'm saying here? Yeah? £10,000. And this money was paid, yeah, without the concept of the head of finance, which is Madam Nenyanya, not even the national coordinator. This is our ESN first fundraising we did in UK. And that thing has brought a lot of problems. That is why I had problem when we are doing this second fundraising. People said they want to know what happened in the previous money we contributed. And I came to the meeting and I tell them. That was the conversation. And within me and my escort, people, even those today that believe that they are doing the right thing, most of them were the people that are very, very aggressive. I contributed my own quota, which at the end of the day, the money was sent to the right account, which is LLC, is the right ESN account. My question is that if these people are transparent the way I am, because when I send the money, I copy the UK Financial Secretary, show us where our money has gone to. Show me where the money has gone to. The woman with her mouth said that the HOD asked me because she was using HOD to intimidate us in the meeting. We have protests. The woman will come and say, oh, HOD gave me a special assignment. This is not IPOB anymore. And she will inject herself from the meeting. All these things in subordination, nobody talks about it. They tell our national coordinator she don't have right to remove anybody, but now they can remove people. I'm saying this because people need to know what's going on in IPOB. This is not IPOB all of us join. And Onyendu is disappointed because when our first lady came and was talking to this man, making references, none of them picked up the word because they're thinking. That's why I say distraction, autopilot. Drongi, who is autopilot more than you are? Because if you don't take Onyendu's order, that means we are on autopilot. If we cannot implement Onyendu's simple instruction, we are on autopilot, my brother. Yeah. The meaning of autopilot, because Onyendu is the pilot, that is the pilot in IPOB. So when you put it in cruise now, Onyendu doesn't matter to you because you're feeling reluctant. It's like you're flying plane now. You feel reluctant about the process of flying plane, then it will crash. You know, someone told us they're feeling reluctant, and that's why where we are now. This is why we're in this position we are in IPOB now. That word reluctant, which I'm gonna put up here, you see what reluctant means? It means a lot of things. If you Google it, so feel reluctant mean that we are in autopilot. If you don't listen to your leader, then who else will listen to them, Mazi? So that account, you see that account, there's a report, complete report about that Umeh account. You know, every time I come here, I make reference about our 747,000 US dollars. None of the first ESM account. There's no account IPOB have, I don't have. I have all of them. That old account, I have it. I'm not talking about, it's a Chase Bank as well. I'm not talking about Umeh account. I'm talking about our first ESM account. When the ESM was formed. 747,000 US dollars was in that account. Madam Oyibo shut that account, withdrew all the money that was there. Chike Edozian was aware. There's a full report what transpired with that money and how that money was withdrawn. Till tomorrow morning, nobody know what that money was, what they did with the money. And if you remember, Onyendu made a broadcast, I think on May or so, saying that there's some people holding our money in America. It's not those two men, he mentioned their name, because what happened was they will always give Madam Nnenya login in the afternoon. In the morning, they will change it. So when you say any account Madam Nnenya cannot view remotely, that account I don't trust will be shut down. So Onyendu made that reference. But what happened was these people knew that Onyendu was going to be kidnapped. Majority of them were on the know. Because if you listen to people that were talking, there were some people who are making programs that some people are going to sell Onyendu. So a lot of people, they knew what was going to happen to Onyendu. But Onyendu himself knows. So Moab George, I'm not concerned about who sold our leader. Just like when if Christ was real, he never worried about who sold him. Because Onyendu knows somebody have to give him up. But he want to be there. Because if Onyendu want to be there, what would he go to Kenya? Ask yourself that question. Onyendu will live in Israel. He will never get to where Onyendu is in Israel. But he go to Kenya. He knew that this was going to happen. That's why I've never wondered the question, who sold Onyendu? It is not my problem. I don't care. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if it was his primary problem, we should have known. The day he spoke to us in 20 seconds, he said, I want Biafra land to be peaceful. He said, that's why I'm here, not to kill our people. But when you check what is happening in IPOB, I give you instances with myself. My name was mentioned on air for doing nothing. Just because they want to intimidate me. Anybody, go and listen to Chike Edozian's voice. He mentioned George Umeh, he mentioned it, he dipped his voice. Because you know that he has got nothing on George. I'm the only man in UK he cannot call on phone, because if he call me on phone, I will shred him. None of them have ever called my number. They will not do it. They can't try that nonsense. Can I call on the phone? Are you my national coordinator? Huh? We have national coordinator in every country. You don't need to call me. I don't need to call you. I don't need you. That's the fact of life. That's why we have structure. I don't need your personal contact. What do you GM? Bro, my chum, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ba wajana London here. Moab George will privilege to know Onyendu 101, but I refuse. Talk less of any of you. Ask people that know me, they will tell you. And those that will jump up and down with him, that will warn them about our leader, say, be careful with Onyendu. Where are all those people today? They bust them in the corner. They don't even talk about Biafra anymore. Not people like us. I didn't join by somebody convincing me. So, my brother, the issue here is that people need to know the truth about what we are going through. And what we are saying to Chike Edozian, including Abba Animo or China Sanwo, they need to be very careful. The word that come out of their mouth, and understand that IPOB, we are fighting to liberate ourselves from the certitude of the zoo. And there's never a time Onyendu created IPOB command and control to oppress anybody within IPOB. Command and control is just a way of navigating IPOB for people to follow common rules and regulations. But you have to be example of that rule and regulation. You can't be breaking those laws. Now, we have a reconciliation committee, CIC, within IPOB, which is headed by Mazi Nnamdi, which is deputy of the DOS. Where is that man? What case has he reconciled in IPOB? Because, I mean, even in the HR where you work, if there's a problem, they will get in contact with you. Next time we're going to come here, we'll talk about our, the next week we're going to come to program. Our deputy national coordinator, which is my starter memo, we will read it on this program next week. Mazi Nnamdi, where is he? If this is not a cabal. Because you're doing your job. You are second in command in Chike Edozian. But Onyendu said it, that go and read the CIC. If there's a problem within the family. So after you people have drove everybody within IPOB down, are you going to do IPOB with your family? Let me say this here. You see our finance. They have attacked our finance because they know The moment they undo whatever Onyendu have put in place, Onyendu came out, Onyendu will meet anything. But I'll disappoint them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say he need only 100 men. So it doesn't matter how many people that are left before Onyendu come out. But the truth must be told. Because Madam Nyanya are the person in charge of our finance. But what has Madam Nyanya done? That is the problem. I remember the first time somebody was talking about this issue. They give instances that ESN is because sometimes we need money urgent and the money cannot come urgent, blah, blah, blah. These things are just, you know, when you want to kill a dog, you give him a bad name before you hang him. After that, now they went into our monthly due and our monthly dues and compulsory levies. You know, Joe, you see, what are they trying to achieve? You see somebody arguing with you saying, "Oh, Madam Nyanya have to give account to Chike Doziem." I don't say that Chike Doziem have right, Madam Nyanya to give account to him. Yeah, it is possible, but there's a due process to that, and when Chike Doziem knows that, he himself admitted that with his own voice, not me. Because someone that jury had to drop. You remember when they asked this question and his response, right? So what has changed between that time he answered that question and now? To going that we want to see the account and telling people to stop making payment into IPOB monthly dues and our composite levies that actually runs IPOB day to day. The Radio Biafra they are ranting on. It is Madam Nyanya paying the direct debit, not them. Every single payment within IPOB, leadership on direct debit comes from our head of Directorate of Finance. So, in Ajongesi, what are they trying to achieve? Now, the question is, all this money they have been collecting, for instance, ESN now, they're collecting our monthly dues for those that are making payments. As far as I'm concerned, there's so many people have stopped making payments. Or those people that know that their money, like my zone, those that are making payment, I know some of them will call me and ask me, George, make sure that this money is going to the account, but I can see. And my word is my bond. I don't care what anybody thinks. If you have told me that United Kingdom account, I can see it, and I confirm it. Because in UK here, the first time we start making payments into UK account, Madam approved it. It's not me. I didn't decide. All of us were making payment directly to Germany, to ESN money before Madam held sales meeting with finance team. Before now coordinators get involved, and Madam Nenya said, you people now should start making payment to UK account. When there was problem, Madam Nenya said, you people should stop making payment. And when it comes to finance, Madam Nenya is the only person that gives order in finance in IPOB, not Chike Doziem. Which of us could not do it, talking of Chike Doziem. When it comes to finance, it is when you don't say nothing. It is only Madam Nenya. So if Madam Nenya was not trusted, why would she give us our, statement of account of defense fund in 2019? And since that time to today, nobody ever talk about defense fund again. So how are we going to reconcile with all this money on ESN? 747,000. Yeah, we're going to money people paid with their wholeheartedly. I have not had our HND talk about it, but they have the evidence. They have it. And I'm telling them, because I said, we are telling them to stop what they are doing and do the right thing. If they don't stop, I won't stop either. Anybody that want to encounter, if you want to debate, you put it on debate. When you say, when I come to your house and debate you, your wife will leave you. I'm talking here very calm. If you want debate, you come out. Then I will shred you in any aspect, however you want it. I'm not bragging. It's not brag. If it is not try those that have called me criminal under their bed, when the time comes, I'll address them. Like I said, United Kingdom is a country where law in this country, you cannot run away from it. That's why people that rape people 10, 50 years ago, the person will give testimony, then the case will come up. For those morons, they don't even understand the confine where they live. If you call me a criminal with your audio and your name and my name, I will keep it the day. And when I go another 10 years, I will remember you. Tupac said that the revenge is the sweetest, so let's get to pussy. I will serve you a cold meal when you least expect it. Not that Some of you don't understand. I want about IPOB, none of you, I will never in my lifetime even talk to any of you. For those that know me, I'm not bragging. In my lifetime, when you come now. Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So when you disobey Onyendu, Naju Onyekebo, who are you? Because I'm not Onyendu, I don't want to know you either. Because you know who was not autopilot. I say autopilot infiltrator. Who is infiltrator than you guys?
Mazi, there is a video that even China Sanwo-Olu said that even in DOS, that everybody have their job to do. No,
Mazi,
and there's a video clip, and there's a video clip too also that Onyendu say everybody should stick on their job, not cross carpet.
Wait, let's play some audios here, and we'll take it from there. Yeah. Let's play some audio. Let's start with the HND.
International.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and I was saying that I thank sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, she said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in control. Onyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Onyendu, I deal with them. Because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Onyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out. Based on that, he has not asked me to remove anybody, and I cannot remove anybody because Onyendu, people are going around saying, I said it on my broadcast, and I'm very disappointed. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? Because that is what they want us to do. We must push it all the time that the Onyendu is in charge. That is what scares our enemy. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me in that very serious allegation, very serious matter, that he appointed the head of finance and taking into account that these allegations have been there before he got this issue that he has now. He was already aware of it. He hasn't acted on them, and up to now he hasn't asked me to act on them. I don't think it's reasonable for me to act without his authority. I can't do that. That is why I'm a very, very simple, obedient follower. That is how it is. I know where my responsibility lie. I know where my duties lie. I know where I am expected to act, and in those areas, be rest assured that I will act. Where the input of Onyendu is needed, I will wait for his input before I act. We are here also, we may disagree on that, but that is my outlook of this whole situation. I have been in this movement.
Biafra Alpha Power Media International. International.
Well, Mazi, I think we take it as it comes. All these videos we are playing here, audios we are playing, it is a reminder, because there was no and especially the world you are living today, it is a social media war. Whenever any spoken word on social media, you can try to delete it in 20 minutes, 20 seconds later, somebody have already have it, saved it. And that is the evidence against you. So our HND is this a submission as a humble follower that he said he was? But what the question we'll be asking today, what has happened to that humble follower or servant to Onyendu? That's another question I have to ask. Biafrans need to ask that question, not me. This is what you have said. Because today, if somebody is saying that Madam Nenyanya have to account to Chike Doziem, and I never questioned that. But I think there's a process for them to handle that matter. It is not me or you or somebody trying to defend our HND or Madam Nenyanya will determine that. We have a structure in IPOB. It shouldn't even be in the public domain in the first place. But since they have brought it out, we will talk about it. Because if you ask me, I see no reason why Chikedozium issue and Madam Nenyanya should be in the public domain. And people will be discussing about it. IPOB family members now will be taking sizes. And now people are saying, oh, Madam Nenyanya have stolen our money. Madam Nenyanya is giving Kanu Takanu money. If you hearing this kind of talk, now you see, are these people, are they okay? Are they normal? But you want me to believe what Onyendu have said about Chikedozium, not to believe what he said about Madam Nenyanya. That is where I want to let our people open their eyes. This matter can be settled between them. And they are the hierarchies. When two elephants fight, the grass suffers. So any of us taking sizes will not follow it. Just like if I come here now trying to defend Madam Nenyanya or defend Chikedozium, that means I'm being biased. I defend nobody. What I'm saying here, it is what has been and how it will be. What Onyendu said, Onyendu and IPOB command and control must be implemented at all times. It's not about Chikedozium. It's not about Madam Nenyanya. Madam Nenyanya, she's doing her job as our head of finance. And Onyendu have not said anything contrary to that. So far as IPOB structure is concerned, and Madam Chikedozium confirmed it in this particular audio. You understand what I'm saying, Mazi?
Mazi, I want to come in here, Do you know what really amazed me, in this issue? If you listen to this video clip we play, almost at the 10th end, you understood that HOD Mazi Chikedozium said that this issue has been there before Onyendu was the rendition. And Onyendu did not act on it. Onyendu did not do anything on it. And Onyendu did not told him to do anything on it. Then now, the big question now is that, what happened now? Why these changes now? Why this out of a sudden, Madam Nenyanya is this, Madam Nenyanya is that, the same clip that Umeh the highway made of raised then, and he defended it. The same clip Chikedozium is playing now with us and the rest of them. No, because we have to listen. We have to think. If our HOD, I'm borrowing the words from his mouth, he said that this issue have been there and Onyendu did not act on it. That means Onyendu all they are saying is lie. That is all propaganda. And Onyendu have never instructed him to act on it. Then my brother, George Umeh, why out of this sudden change now to Madam Nenyanya?
Well, Mazi, that's actually $1 million question. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we ask questions and we deserve an answer to that question. If you ask me, I will tell you that this is where every single one of us is concerned. And if you ask me, I will say that nothing has changed. That is why we are here talking about this. So it's good like we play the audios to people to listen and judge by themselves, But what I would say here is that is a direct attack to our finance. Because when Nelly Ofebu came, remember Nelly Ofebu had somebody within IPOB that are actually in our platform, in our BTV, that will contribute on talking about Madam Nyanya before these things happen, right? Nobody said anything. It was when we came out, we addressed that individual, you know. But I don't want to go there now, you know. So Mazi, it is good, but let's hear Mazi Nnamdi again about you know. Let's listen to his voice.
With the state of the mind you have seen our leader, do you think our leader is not capable of making any decision? Something he sees may affect him or affect the struggle. That's number one. Number two, the IPOB leadership is not taking orders. Every order. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to...
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Did you listen to that? Did you underline the word that is not every orders? Do you want to listen to that again?
Play it again. So IPOB will listen. Play it.
With the state of the mind you have seen our leader, do you think our leader is not capable of making any decision? Something he sees may affect him or affect the struggle. That's number one. Number two, the IPOB leadership is not taking orders. Every order. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to...
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
Mazi.
Biafra, see if you guys know, it's there.
Mazi, wait. Let me say one thing. There's 3 words there to underline. He said, do you think the state of mind of our leader that is not capable of making any decision or things he see or might affect him or affect the struggle? And he said that IPOB leadership is not taking every orders from Onyendu. This is number one. Like I said, I don't know who this guy China Samoro is, but woe betide him. Woe betide that guy. The guy who was gone. And when things, because of a lot of people focused on chasing shadows, sometimes I said, when someone wants to come and steal in your house, you not get out with your family. If somebody wants to deal with you, who want to attack your immediates, to put confusion within them, they will be confused now. They will have the privilege now to do whatever they want to do. But when you listen to this, he's not even only talking to our leader, he's sending a signal. All his words are signal. All his words are signal. Let's get to this again. 1 second.
Times are different with the time we are in. The kind of detention somebody is equating to that you don't take orders is the time when messages passes from one hand to another before it gets to the leader. Now, we have been in this struggle. We work with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ask the lawyers. There are messages, if they bring it, we told them this message is not what we expect. That means the message might be diluted. We now use our brain and decode the remaining things we have to do. That is why we are living.
Okay, now, man, Jesus Christ, I'm not. Well, what are we, mate? What is this?
Now, when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declare this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask. When we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndigbo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit-at-home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit-at-home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack the sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere was that the Chike Doziem and Chinasa Woru, they don't listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying. That they disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke, because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinasa Woru and Chike Doziemo. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because we must always listen to him, whether in the DSS.
Give you. Mazi,
yeah.
To be honest with you, yeah, I think going with something that guy and I know before be on air, because he keep on contradicting himself. Yeah, as a due process, they have a due process with the union to agree, which I listened to him the day he announced this sit at home, that it will be reviewed. And let me correct him. This is not for sit at home. We started sit at home since 2016. Every sit at home serves a purpose. But that particular Monday ghost town, it was announced ghost town. Hashtag Monday ghost town. It was Monday. It's not sit at home even. I probably forgot what he announced. It was hashtag Monday ghost town. It was for purpose. Now he's now went back again. He's fighting Kanu indirectly. That some people were trying to blackmail them. That was not blackmail. If now accepted that Onyendu was sending messages to you guys, and he felt reluctant before Mazi Kanu now tweeted. Let me ask this guy a question. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your biological senior brother, and you're a member of IPOB, even under oath and contribute to your quota, you know this information, what would you do? If you can answer this question honestly, without being biased, and you make more stupid and idiotic of yourself. Because in this particular audio, if we play it again, we hear him saying that we do consultation with Onyendu, that they initiated that ghost town. But Onyendu now is telling you to suspend it. He says it's something that is good for the struggle. Are you getting it? Can you add this up? Does it make any sense to you? Does it make any sense to you? Chinasa Woru is going too much offensive to defend himself and defend Chike Doziem and leader. And I'm asked, which leadership are you talking about if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there? Who are you possibly going to lead? To be honest with you, my brother, nobody. And as you can see, the only people that are listening to you guys now are those people who are boxed into the corner. No genuine IPOB member. I'm telling you the truth. Unless some people want the weak in mind. But at the stage we are in now, if unless somebody who does not sit down and think deeply and ask themselves a question, where are we going from here? All these are our people that join us through the COVID, like me, my zone, we never stop meeting through the COVID. We still through with Zoom, doing our meeting, people taking oath online, everything was smooth, payment, everything. Never. IPOB North London never stopped meeting. Because managing is something you have to, it's not something, it's not boast or something you do gra-gra. Some people cannot even hold one meeting. They're waiting to go and pay £150 to host a meeting. While in Zoom, you can pay £150 for a year. That's the difference between some of us and them. We're still doing what we are doing, which we still do. So we listen to this guy. Which direction are we going? Those people that join us, some of them have heard you flip-flapping. Do you know what flip-flap? That's why people resign from position. You flip-flap. You don't know what you're talking about, my brother. No disrespect. You're talking absolutely bunk on me. What you do? The message keep coming. Some people want to blackmail the leadership. They tweeted that NATO is coming, and now NATO is not coming. People that have died in Biafra land, did they not come? Did they not come? Soludo here said that the IPOB leadership, the same thing. Second Takanuku. Soludo confirmed it here. IPOB leadership was involved. I don't know who is there, but it's there in people's domain. All the things Takano have tweeted. Because information cannot just give you guys information. As much as you need trust, let me explain to you how the world works. Some of you don't know. Onyendu entrusted you to pass his message to us. But Onyendu will put somebody to monitor that message if that message is getting to us. That's what he's supervising as well. Now, you guys are being supervised, and you guys have failed woefully. And you have come out publicly to admit that. And you don't have any defense to defend yourself. Because this is your word, it's not my word. You can play this all day. Your message was coming if you didn't do nothing. And when somebody now reacted to it, now he said the person wants to blackmail you. But you have seen what that singular mistake you people made, what have cost in Biafra land. That is why if you watch Onyendu's face today, he was saying that he want Biafra land peaceful. Say that is why I'm here. That we're not there to kill our people. It was because of your reluctantness. That is why that cost millions of lives in Biafra land. If you don't know it today, Chinas and whoever is commanding people on ground in Biafra land. That word reluctant is what have cost a lot of mayhem in Biafra land today. That word reluctant is what brought it. Because if people could have implemented what Onyendu asked, and whatever Takano said in that tweet, it is high, it is, and the evidence abound. There's no need of witch hunting each other. We used to discuss issues within the IPOB. Now, you people now will click on, first of all, come. I remember the day us Nabani was talking about IPOB is not a family. I look at this guy and say, is this guy okay? But we allow them, we allow the sleeping dog to lie. But not anymore. Not anymore. Because you have admitted, only argument I had is that Onyendu Soda must be implemented. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not. But everything you're projecting here, China Sanwori, is that you're a leader. And Onyendu, now we have to argue with Onyendu. When Onyendu send order to you, you have to argue. What is good for leadership? My brother, let us be fair. I don't want to sound sarcastic, but we need a sober reflection.
Mazi George, you know, if I can tell you, my heart is bleeding. No, my heart is bleeding. This is one single mistake
that's what it
cost
takes. That's what it takes. A single mistake. That's what it takes.
That cost a lot of.
It is a national. Listen to me. It is a national security. His work is called national security. That's why when China Sanwó is portraying himself as a commander, look at him. To me, he's a clown. You can't be a commander talk the way you talk, unguardedly. Some people who know me knows when you talk about none of us see Biafra war, but we have seen war. We've seen wars. So when you talk, people that talk don't do nothing. You can't be a commander and be coming on Radio Biafra to talk the way you talk. You can't be doing that. You want to compare, you want to imitate our leader. run shouting, but nobody sees your face. Don't you think you're a coward?
You know, Mazi, you know, when I say my heart is bleeding, it's really bleeding, you know. Even the one that came to save us, to guide us, we turn around and start blackmailing him. Kanu. We call him all sorts of names. All sorts of names.
Ignorance is not an excuse. I don't defend anybody, like I said. Kanu issue is very open. China Sanwo-Olu have vindicated Kanu, and everything Kanu have talked about. Yeah? So far as I'm concerned, let's give 2 instances here. The sit-at-home Umeh account. Let's go with these 2. Yeah. Everything he said, they have confirmed it with their own mouth, not me. Them confirm it with their own mouth. So what are we talking about? Kanu is Onyenu's youngest brother. You can't change it. You can't take it away from him. You can't take it away from him. Whether you like it or not, you can run from here for Jerusalem. It's entirely up to you.
Yeah. Mazi, no, it's not only to, let me add another one. No, remember that about Ogbuefi issue, that Onyendu passed message for them to settle that, you know. But we got that video clip, we got the message from Ogbuefi. Someone play it. How can you imagine, you know, a message from high rank officer? And someone will get it from his own bedroom and start playing it on air. Yeah? So it's straight, because they said, others said no, it's insubordination. Someone that was expelled, that Kanu Madam Nyanya whole meeting with them. But Onyendu have passed instruction for Chike Dozemu to reconcile, you know, to bring Ogbuefi back and everything, and ask Ogbuefi to send a letter of apology, and which Ogbuefi did. But he was never brought back.
Let me tell you something. Let me say this to you. You see all these guys? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have emissaries. You know what emissaries means? Yeah? Those that does errand for him. It is not everything they know. Onyedu said, I have 3 plans. Those that close knows 1. Yeah. My deputy knows 2. He said, I know the 3, and I know it all. He said, I will implement them. I will implement them. You see all these people jumping up and down like mad dog, including China Sanwo-Olu. It is what we want them to know, they know, but they think they know everything. That's the problem. That is why, you know, I want to see people the man that they have lost the direction of where they're supposed to be going. If our leader's family can be attacked the way they attacked our leader family, people come out and be talking openly about Obu Kanu's family, even talk about the palace without you know, I don't want things I don't talk about, but I want to tell you something. I'm going to give for this country. And when they are like the loyal family, man, you don't see any British person talking against loyal family. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even the Diana death, everybody know what happened. The tabloids, everybody, but everybody. But Onyendu family, for me, they are sent. Well, that was sent. These people were sent by God. Because I will tell you one thing. There's no family can be in unity the way they are to do what we are doing. It is not easy. Where they lost 2 parents. And when family when can accommodate such. That's what I'm saying. I said, all these men, China Sanwo-Olu cannot show us who he is. He said, Onyendu told him. Onyendu didn't tell you anything, my brother, you're a coward. You should have kept your mouth sealed. That's why I say, you talk too damn freaking much. And you're weak. You want to validate yourself. If you're a man, I will challenge you any place. For if you want it on talk, I will tell you things in front of your face. You are weak. If you're not weak, you won't tell Biafrans that when you tell you to conceal your identity. But you're ranting on the day of Biafra. So you want me now to be intimidated because Onyendu told me something. You know what Onyendu told me? If I told you what Onyendu told me, will you know? Onyendu have people. If Onyendu told everything, why didn't you know where Onyendu was when he was kidnapped in Kenya? Did he tell you where he was going in Kenya? You guys need to grow up and stop all these shenanigans. Because we are doing Biafra. I better be meeting woman now. You know, this is what kept Igbo people, Igbo in particular, perpetual slavery. Because we have this thing, you know, when you notice that we are tribal in nature. You get on Facebook now and then I rant here about those people that come from China, even they see from Kemafia, Chikerozium side. I have a very different Chikerozium. In IPOB, nepotism. Nepotism, they brought it in nepotism in IPOB. Which one for is from Anambra State. I don't care, because in me, before I bought IPOB, you get the trapalize your mind. Since I was born, I don't believe in boundaries. Don't enjoy the IPOB. But what's happening here? I see them. Watch all these people that are defending so-called. If for somebody, you know somebody's doing something wrong. We are white and whiter than snow. You know, defend there. Can you defend defensible? How did you answer now? I guarantee you, the more Chinas and want to talk, the more Oganasarano. Everyone admit that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sending message. You felt reluctant. I want to put the word reluctant here, Mazi. I want our people to see the full meaning of reluctant. Some people might see it. Go and read what word of reluctant mean. Because now reluctant, as a reluctant with so many meanings. Look at what reluctant stands for. Unwilling. Disclined. Because English word, that's coming. Unenthusiastic, grudging, resistant, resisting, opposed, anticipated, hesitant, shy, boastful. So all this whole word with one word is a big goddamn freaking word this guy used. Oppose. If I'm not on red, the oppose not on red. They oppose don't use order. Yeah. Look at the red here. If you look at the red, this red here.
Yeah, the down at the bottom. Yeah,
at the bottom it shows you oppose. Opposite. It's opposite. Opposite, isn't it? So opposite.
Yeah, opposite.
So how can you come publicly to make this known to Biafrans that you guys actually reluctant on onion this instruction? And he said it loud and clear and went home and sleep and still come and still continue talking. Because the person not a Radio Biafra, but Anchor Radio Biafra has now forgotten the reason why he's there. Now they have turned it into where because that our brother, I can remember his that is I think there's a voice, if I'm not mistaken. What voice is this?
For any false movement, I mean any false accusation, you know the responsibility is on you, because I had the on Radio Biafra. Let me finish. We don't talk here on Radio Biafra. Now let me come Kubo ya do to I have the chance to talk on air. Let me smear him. Let me kill him. That is not why we are here. You know, everything you speak here must be investigated and there must be consequences. I think you understand that.
Sure.
Okay. So
I do understand that.
It's okay. It's okay. I think
we wrote a petition.
Please.
Okay, how much speaking also from Istanbul?
There we go.
Because I'm sure in your DOS, because this Kalun Takalu matter, I am expect to think here like Kalun Takalu has been sorted DOS, and DOS is the structure of IPOB. So Kalun Takalu must be treated equally as others have been treated. And then I must be suspended because that woman carried through DOS because she's a DOS member, which is not accepted. So I want to watch what DOS, because if DOS allow Kalun Takalu and then allowed that means DOS, their power, people will see that inferior. People will look down on them because DOS is going soft. This is Kalun Takalu and then IG member to put a 9 votes. In the party today now they are party DOS. So we expect US to suspend Nyanya and Calvin Takalo be sacked from IPOB. All the churches that is what we want. Calvin Takalo is not above anybody. So many of us are take good risk. Calvin Takalo take it. More than IPOB remember.
Now, I don't want to have this going on, but let me say this to you, right? This is where you know that they lost it. I will go back to Chemofo. Huh? You can never come on Radio Biafra and talk about issue within IPOB on Radio Biafra. Anybody raise issue within IPOB in Radio Biafra, Chemofo will tell. First of all, I ask you, are you an IPOB member? Yes. Where? Which country? Equal. Which zone do you belong? Or what I was saying, take that to your zone. If your coordinator cannot solve that problem, take it above your coordinator. Huh? But you see how this guy relaxed. How do Chike Doziem think that he will allow people to insult Madam Nyanya? Let me leave our leader apart. And I think people will give you respect. That is where the whole problem started. Because Chike Doziem added us Nabani to challenge Madam Nyanya. And Chike Doziem knows that Madam Nyanya, in board of DOS, Chike Doziem and Madam Nyanya are the same rank. They are directors in their positions. She's head of the Directorate of State. She's head of finance. The head of media is Mazi Form. And Onyendu send a message again through our lawyer Mazi, a barrister, if I Ejimako. He talked about mutual respect. If you work in a big firm, doesn't matter where you work, even if you're a cleaner, does not mean that your supervisor or boss will triple upon you. No. We live in a civilized world. So if Chike Doziem portray Madam Nyanya as nobody, because if we rewind back, when Madam Nyanya was maligned on Biafran television, Chike Doziem never said anything. But Chike Doziem, there was a video, we can find that and play it for him again, where he came on Radio Biafra and said, actually, Onyendu said that Madam Nyanya should transfer money. And now, which money? And the document you're talking about here, where Chike Doziem admitted in that document, himself. So he get charged this kind of thing. This guy now anchor Radio Biafra. Which another place is property, or because of the slot on Radio Biafra. I don't know when he came into Radio Biafra. How do I say people not on Radio Biafra before they come that make wave in Radio Biafra? With all due respect, anybody this our Biafra, we must follow. We must have a modus operandi. It allow people to come on Radio Biafra and talking about Madam Nyanya anyhow. Now you're taking sizes. Even a media don't, just like we're calling the zoo, Kota media. Now you as a presenter taking size on air. My body don't qualify to you. That's what happened when our leader's wife came on program. He want to do the same thing to our leader's wife. Questioning her on her association. Can you imagine? That is how down degrading these guys are. The nepotism on Hanisi. He's defending Chigoism or whoever because
Maz, let me come in here. You see the first video you play before you play the second one, the guy from Turkey. That guy was, I think, is from South Africa. I always told people that Biafra is a spirit. If we are not upright, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will expose you. That very day, he gave the South African leadership on platform, to destroy Madam Nyanya. He gave them the platform, all their lies, all their propaganda. But at God, that guy not coming. I think he was a Johannesburg coordinator. He not coming and scatter the table and expose all their evil plans in South Africa. And he told that guy, do you know what you're saying here? At the end of the day, it's not true. There must be a responsibility. They will have to hold responsibility, that you have to pay for it. It was a kind of trying to tell the guy, do you know what you're saying? Be careful for what you're saying. Be careful, not because we give you chance in Little Biafra, want to destroy people's image. you know.
Hey, threat. Let me play some video for you from another threat from South Africa. A threat, Kobo, because now you know, and a threat, you know, because the having a South Africa, every country in the world is violent. Whenever they're violent, man, I said to myself, this must be to South Africans, IPOB, the upright ones, not everybody, right? Because for me, listen, you know. Then okay, look at that guy that called from Turkey. That guy was on his side, and he gave the guy all the platform to speak his mind because he was speaking against Madam Nenyanya. At the end of the day, he said they will, thank you. But the guy in South Africa, he did not give the guy chance because the guy want to expose more dirty there. That's what I'm telling you. As a media personnel, you don't need to be biased, and this is what we are fighting against. Because we have fought the Zoo media, called the Gota media and all that. But you are sitting in our hallowed platform, doing even worse than the Zoo, taking sides. Taking sides. And he said you're protecting leadership. Leadership that told you that only you send message that everybody was reluctant. So I'm asking you, which leadership are you protecting? Can leadership you protect? Are you naive that if somebody open his mouth and say, only do message keep coming? And everybody was reluctant. And he's still protecting the autopilot. That is the definition of autopilot. The definition of autopilot when people feel reluctant. The reluctancy means autopiloting. Because now, only this order does not count. They do whatever they want to do. And somebody start on our radio where we pay, contribute money. They take sizes. Now, we need a wife. How do we went into... Well, what did the wife just put her one place where he belongs? Because he's not even qualified to ask our dad's wife any question. To be honest with you, don't disrespect. It was a privilege. But he wanted to go overboard. And, you know, when you're intelligent, you're intelligent. Because when some people being sarcastic, you can't do that. On this kind of era we are living, as a presenter, you don't be biased. You can't do that. You can't take sizes. And that's what's happening in leadership. Leadership takes sizes. There's people that in IPOB is untouchable. So we are saying we want to come out of Zoo. Why would we want to come out of Zoo? Only this is that in Biafra, once Biafra is stopped, principal officer, everybody stand down. Everything should be merit. As IPOB is, we are volunteer force. Everything we do is voluntary. You don't threaten me about expelling me and sacking me. You don't put food on my table. Like those people that are threatening them that they're going to give them that receipt, tell them they're promising them Biafra and it was scam. When time come, we sworn an oath. It doesn't matter how much we spend. We will not sue our own country because I'm a Biafran by birth and spirit as well. But when individual want to take up on me, I will take it up on you as an individual, but I will not hurt my motherland, which is Biafra. But any idiot want to take me personally, then be ready for me. On do cause you understand that okay, easy no matter idea. Easy can on mouth can talk. So now what I want to say, Mazi, I want to play one more thing here because we have to wrap up this program. We are here to educate our people on what is happening in Radio Biafra because Radio Biafra, let me say, is our hallowed platform and that is where we worship. Like I said, even some other presenters in IPOB does not allow people coming in Radio Biafra to malign other IPOB members. If leadership have problem, they should go and settle their problem outside our radio. Issue of when Uchomofo misbehaved was not discussed on Radio Biafra. For one day. So why would you come to Radio Biafra and be talking against a hierarchy officer IPOB and the presenter there, you know, correcting with that person? And they want me to respect you? It doesn't work that way. Let's listen to this.
Anybody who advises or talks to our sister Nene, she's listening to us. Please, South Africa is a violent society. Very, very violent society. Please do not come to South Africa and instigate problem in South Africa. Some of our people here are suffering so badly. Please, we don't want to fight each other in South Africa. If you're tired of what you are doing for IPOB, leave South Africa. We don't want to fight each other here in South Africa. And nobody in South Africa should listen to anybody who goes and instigate problem among us. Nobody should do that. What we are fighting is freedom. We will not allow anybody to come from somewhere over the radio or because we are fighting for freedom, instigate us to start carrying guns and start looking for each other, fighting each other. We should never allow that to happen. Well, Mazi, our national coordinator, the floor is yours.
You see what that guy is doing? This is pure threat. It's not even Madam Daniel lives in Germany and they are in South Africa. That is he threatening his fellow comrade indirectly to put in fear on them. Just like here, they started using word that is not resonating with that. But these are people that live in village. I live in London. Some of them they live in village. Because London is not cheap to live in London. You know? So for you to be threatening somebody that South Africa is violent. Now, Madam Nene is the one that are going to cause problem in South Africa. Can you listen to that? That's why I said South African hardcore IPOB members, they need to wake up. Because
they already have a lot of big problems.
That's like what they are doing here. Imagine here in UK now, they are picking phone and calling people on phone. IPOB will never call anybody to say, now I have to call you to say, you know what? Okay, Mazi Umeh is a criminal. Yeah, but you have not told them what George how much I've been in my zone. They know without George Umeh, there will be no. I brought someone that we work together as a unit. But my attributes in our unit speaks for itself in UK as a whole. So if you're calling people on phone now begging them, IPOB doesn't beg. Just like every time they're on this damage control business, you know, we don't go on offensive. IPOB has been the powerhouse because we come with facts and figures. But it's no longer there. It's there, but not with this man. They have lost it. They have lost it.
Mazi, I want to say a thing before I forget about this Jonathan Chinedu. You know, even in that broadcast he made on 29, you know, he started saying that, yeah, they have to do it. You know, they have to say whatever they need to say openly on air. And our leader teach us, no, matter like this have to settle privately. Then at the end of the day, when this Chubike called, he turned back, he made more clear of himself. He was saying, yes, they have to settle it on air. Let them settle it on air. Anyway, that won't even he said it, they have to settle it on air. But when this guy called, Chubike called, and give all the facts, he now advised the South Africans to go back and settle it privately on the ground.
Like I said, my brother, as a presenter, he don't take sizes. He don't understand his position, anchoring Radio Biafra, right? He don't take sizes. That's my advice to him. I used to see him as an intelligent person, but sometimes people lost their sense of direction because of when it was sentiment over Moemni. Like I said, take nepotism and bigotry away from IPOB. That is not IPOB. IPOB, all of us are, that's why we call ourselves one big family. We must love each other. I don't have secret meeting with anybody. When we come to meeting, we discuss as a family. That's why we're a family. But what I see these days, when they come to me, there's a meeting before me. There's a meeting before even they call that meeting. Then after that meeting, there's another meeting. It's not IPOB anymore. Why would I be wasting my time? That's the fact of life. Just like, you know, somebody telling you, oh, I want to speak to you first. Why are you speaking to me? When you call Onyendu, when I call Nnamdi, I didn't call him in private. Onyendu will always tell you to call Q&A. You don't call Onyendu in secret before you call him first. You call and speak. That's why you say, but you people have now resolved into what we are trying to instigate ourselves from. And people are not defending defensible. Madam, I have to account for money. Account for who? Can Chike doesn't account to go the money, Madam? Let him account for the money he has collected already. Let them account for the money Hama collected already. He's not a financial officer. The money they're collecting, who are we going to hold responsible for this money now has gone, all this money they are collecting? When this name boycott okay, these guys need to wake up from their slumber. Because now everything, anybody that speak, they tag you infiltrator, they tag you autopilot. But autopilot, don't have nobody chief of autopilot, because once you don't implement on your news order, all of us know autopilot. Or you mean? You're cruising on your own. Because you don't Onyendu was sending messages and everybody was reluctant. Now they'll be collecting money under this. They started with ESN. Now they tell people not to contribute. I want you to. They'll be putting it in national account. You know, where is the money? National account you cannot see. I'll give an example of North London. The money I sent, I copied the National Financial Secretary. I could have chosen not to do that. Why am I hiding? I have nothing to hide. The money have gone where it's supposed to go. It's IPOB money. I didn't hold it. And somebody's telling me, oh, you're a coordinator, you're not supposed to touch money. And you're a national coordinator, in quotes, are you supposed to touch money? Chikozem is the head of that state. You need to touch money. Abani, you need to touch money. That's why we have financial officers. And the money I'm touching, I don't touch money. I supervise because I don't have a designated account. And everybody were aware of that. That's the argument. But I'm challenging you people. Show us our money we contributed in the United Kingdom. 37,000. Where is the money? 37,000 pounds last year. ESN fundraising we raised. Where is the money? Show us where the money go to. That's number one. Number two, the illegal fundraising they raised are about 12,000. Where is the money? This last one they did about 20-something thousand. Where is the money? Who is going to account for it? That is the problem. And they're telling me that we people like us will sit down and be watching you guys doing this. You people have come to make money, fortune inside IPOB. That's not why I'm here. I don't want you to call me on private call. Things you cannot say to me in meeting, don't call me and talk about it. I've told a couple of you that called me that knows my stand. And I've got a couple of you on recorded voice. Because tomorrow, Arabagi, I will show you your own voice. And my advice to you. Because I can't trust you guys anymore. Because no blackmail is the other of the day. Somebody object something, that you blackmail me. That's why somebody have the infantry to call me a thief. Moab George will make a thief. He didn't get to take it. He day I'll remember you. I don't try to. Then I'll go on a legal level. The day I will remember you. The day when time for you. The man when people don't know what, be that men and there's men. I don't make too much, man. Then they go about this up, but Biafra need to wake up. You know? I'm going to now, yeah, stop why deceiving them matter. We need to tell ourselves the truth. Our people have died enough. And we come to restore Biafra. If you guys know that this job, you guys are not ready to do it, but one thing I will assure you guys, until as we are now, we will be like this in the mass and can come on and say, don't talk or don't say anything to you, but I will not, I won't. I'm not part of that. Because I make a decision that all of us that are speaking, that we're doing the wrong thing, I will accept it with them. As I've said it before, I will continue to contribute my money. Instead, I will pay it directly to Germany myself. Yes, and I contribute direct. My money, when they stop me, they won't stop my fund going to where it's supposed to go to. Because I sworn an oath to do that. But for what I have seen now, by you guys confirming that you guys are reluctant over Onyendu's orders, then for me, I have no energy. I don't even know how to explain this. All my bones are broken. My heart is broken. Because somebody admitted that Onyendu was sending messages and everybody felt reluctant. That is the word I want every Biafran to go home tonight and think about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was sending messages. China Sanwo said, and everybody felt reluctant. And the people will come on air and be shouting, I want autopilot, I want infiltrator, I want this, I want that. Let us not be making mockery of ourselves. Let people tell themselves the truth. These men, they made some mistakes and we are trying, they will correct themselves, but they are going overboard. Publicly admitting that Onyendu's orders have been flouted is a treason within the structure of IPOB.
Yeah, Mazi, you know, this is the reason why Kanu Madam go ahead and hold meeting with Ogbuefi, because they did not implement Onyendu's message, Onyendu's order. And people say that it's insubordination. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest command in this leadership, nobody else. And when he speaks, we have to obey. So when you don't obey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instruction, who do you think will obey your instruction?
No, Mazi.
Who?
Mazi, Chinasa Nwori is telling you here that Onyendu mental status is not okay. Don't you understand what he was saying? That what Onyendu see might affect him. He's telling you that what Onyendu sees around him, they might affect the struggle. That's what the guy is saying to you. Can't you get the message? That's his word, not my word.
Long time.
It's his word. Like I said, when you talk too much, you don't even know what you're saying. The guy is validating himself. He should beat him more than he can chew. Because I don't know who is he commanding. A commander is a commander commands on the ground. If you want to be a real commander. Onyendu as a commander, because that's why he's in DSS dungeon. Onyendu is the commander. He is the commander. He was not scared. Inside our bedroom, now causing people die for no reason. I'm on Biafra land. They mention my name on air. And will look at me and keep up, yeah? Isn't it? If I'm in Biafra land, if I was one of those guys in Biafra land, my name was called on air for doing nothing. Now I will become one of the infiltrators, and that is probably somebody caught me maybe because I was known. That's how I'm gone. So if you think about more, all of us now abroad, than putting our money and time, I work on a day rate. I know how much I work on my day rate. I spend time. I don't spend it with one mom. Like IPOB affair. And now he telling me, he threatening me, you're going to expel me. Are you mentally deranged or deluded? Onyendu, if what you're doing no something in me, I will accept it and I will hands off. But you don't threaten me to blackmail me for doing nothing. Because this have been proven. Our national coordinator was removed because she refused. She refused. And we are making reference, oh, George, there's so many people have been removed because you were removing them. We were watching you. We were saying what you are doing was wrong. I asked Austin Aban, ball to ball, eye to eye. All those people were there. I was the only person. Some of them say the way I'm talking to our European rep. I don't call European rep because you want to any European rep to me. I call you your name, Austin Aban. And that's why I didn't hide it. My own, I don't my cousin. And I reminded you what he said in 2017. Because you're not an horrible man. If you are, I will tell you. You're not. If you are under insubordination against Madam Nnenya, how do you think I will respect you? You guys are making, and you said that IPOB is not a family business. But we're going to check it. Apparently, we have done our investigation. You name it, and it's not allowed in IPOB. That's why nepotism and bigotry is not allowed in IPOB. Cabal is not allowed in IPOB. I want people to go home tonight, suffering their mind that China Sanwo said, and I'll quote him, the message keep coming and coming. Everybody was reluctant from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I ask you, as an IPOB member, you're telling me you're defending a structure. What structure are you defending with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's order? What vision are you defending without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's vision? Which direction are you going without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's direction? Did you see what one single mistake they made? Did you see where he brought us today? That is why we are where we are. And now they have resulted now to be going around recruiting recharge cards. Let us put the recharge card here because that recharge card has been said before. You know, is it not?
Because people are giving them money to talk. People like us, nobody gives us money to talk. We say the way it is. That is why we say the truth at all times. But those ones, they are giving 50p, $1 to buy the recharge card. You know, when it comes, you see 500, you think it's so much money. These are the ones they are using. So as long as they are giving you that money, you are collecting it, you'll be forced to do their bit. Anything they ask you to say, that is what you say. So they don't have opinion of their own. So they should stop fooling people using their platforms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi.
you know, what you just said now, it's very, very important because someone have constantly, you know, talk about how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to send him, tell him all the finance.
Are lying because people are giving them money to talk. People like us, nobody gives us money to talk. We say the way it is. That is why we say the truth at all times. But those ones, they are giving 50p, $1 to buy the chat card. You know, when it comes, you see 500, you think it's so much money. These are the ones they are using. So as long as they are giving you that money, you are collecting it, you'll be forced to do their bit. Anything they ask you to say, that is what you say. So they don't have opinion of their own. So they should stop fooling people using their platforms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi. You know, what you just said now, it's very, very important because someone have constantly, you know, talk about how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to send him, tell him all the financial exchange of IPOB, whatever. But man looking at the person speaking, you will wonder. At times, people feel like it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu really what we think it is. Because the cannibal of the person, you know, talking of, you know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exchanging such information with people that beg recharge card. And when we begin to wonder, is Mazi Nnamdi
about Emma, always we borrow their words. We say we borrow their own words they have said.
Yeah, Maz, I think Kanu made this statement. That was last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That was last year. To tell you this chat card, it's not today, but they want to use it to blackmail him. Huh?
Just like when you make to me, yeah. Any IPOB member that listened to China Sanwo saying that he was reluctant against the Onyendu's order and still believe that China Sanwo is going in the right way is a zombie. Hashtag zombie for me. More George we call zoo, Nigeria zoo. All of us shouting zoo. Now, within IPOB family members, any IPOB member, after you listen to Chike what he said from the beginning, and listen to what China Sanwo is saying today and what he said, and they still believe. I'm not saying that they are not our leaders, but you still believe that they're going in the right direction. For them not to make amendment, then hashtag zombie, my brother. Cabal, hardcore one. Alamajiri Kagemma, better off than you. Because now Jibril Buhari died since 2015. They could be able to keep that secret. You know why? I have a problem. We think we are smart. Unruling people on the earth are the most useless set of individuals on earth. When you I will not speak to any of you. They kept that secret within themselves till tomorrow, and they finish ruling. They want to rule again. Man, I'm gonna one day small misunderstanding. They come on social media, and I tell people what it. What I'm saying, I'm borrowing word. If we want us to naked ourselves, we'll naked ourselves in public. No apology. Before I joined IPOB, no man convinced me. I had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu voice. Somebody told me, listen to Radio Biafra. The man and the person will argument. The argument being, now, Onyendu will give them the manifesto. How many kind of ammunition on one? Are you really okay? Because I know how, even when you talk about level war, I know how it goes. That's why when China's always mentioning his, blowing his cover. Now when they ask me to not show my identity on social media and if we are not here because now only you Mazi secret before. I mean, didn't know he was going to Kenya. Huh? Yeah. When he come to Kenya, you say Kanu no. Why didn't you know? Abone commander, you know that you are 5 or 6 Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why wouldn't all of you, both of the US, knew where our leader was? Why are you looking for Kanu? Why are you looking for Kanu to ask him? Why didn't you know? It's a simple question. We need to be very careful. You guys have done this for a long time and will keep quiet. But within me, I can't keep quiet anymore because I already see that it's either you people have made a different route or you guys want our leader to die in prison. I don't know what you guys want. Because if Onye knew that was becoming, everybody felt reluctant. So Onye knew what this message. Do you want him to be healthy or to be dead? Forget the about Zoo. Onye knew what the information that you people are not acting upon his instruction. How do you want Onye to feel? Onye have boasted time without number. It doesn't matter where I am. Because someone trust. And Chief Erosion confirmed that Nyawabu, a humble follower. What happened to that humble follower? I'm asking you, my brother. And I think someone like me will be stupidly following you guys. I didn't follow any of you. And I will never follow 1 million. 1 million of you now, let them get my video there and join IPOB United Kingdom. What I said there. I won't. I joined Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I know what I joined. The person I joined had not disappointed me. That's why I told you. You have got no power to remove anybody in IPOB out of intimidation or Onyendu say obey before command. Yeah, we have obeyed, but you don't obey Onyendu's order. So why do you want me to obey you? No, you're not. It's just like somebody put laws. You don't obey the law. We live in a jungle, so I do whatever I want to do. That's why today people are making money off IPOB because people are failed people. People are confused. People are contributing money every here and there, right at the center, because free flopping what people have given us is why people are confused. The few people you can join now and contribute the money is section of the country. What are you doing with our money now collect that Madam Nenyan is not aware of? Can you tell us what you do with the money? ESN Nagana Kita, monthly do not the money. Are you paying our satellite? Are you paying our radio? What are you doing with our money? Because you people want to destroy everything you have done. You people are undoing it on a daily basis. And some people are falling for it. Yo, we're protecting the leader. I ask you, which leadership you're protecting? When Onyendu order has fell into a deaf ears. Chineke na meremebele. I na ozu. One chance. Mazi. I can't sleep. Because in Laligudula, they get money can wagana. I'm a trauma. Laligudula. Chete na China Samorusi. No na abonye. No Onyendu message was coming. I'm coming. Everybody fell a lot and I will jog out of sleep. I'm not playing. That thing in my sleep, I woke up. If I remember, if I every time that thing flashed on my head, I woke up from sleep. Because our people don't think deep. And the Chinas and Warren made so much unguarded statement. Because the guy is trying to validate, trying to put himself where he don't live in. I don't know where you live. Even desert, whatever mark you know. Make the danger life people will be there for land. You know? With all due respect, my brother, you need to guide your mouth. If Onyendu have ever for once told you to hide your identity, Onyendu have reason why. That is why you shouldn't speak at all. That's why you shouldn't say anything at all. So I don't know when Onyendu asks you now to you to become the spokesman of IPOB. You know? With all due respect. If Onyendu message fails on deaf ears, I'm asking you, comrades, what foundation or structure are you defending in IPOB? If you don't answer that question, and you say you're a proud zombie, how come all of you just pack your one side and stop making noise on social media? Because even the zoo already know that now you people have lost your sense of direction. Don't get me wrong, because when you listen now, we say it the way it is. You might not like it. When you came out, he was talking, it was hard. So I think somebody need to wake our people up. Because the way you guys are going now, even the Alamajiri is not Chinama. Their own faculties is more 10 times because are you telling me that it's here. It's here, my brother.
Times are different with the time we are in. To cut. With the state of the mind you have seen our leader, do you think our leader is not capable of making any decision? Something he sees may affect him or affect the struggle. That's number one. Number two, the IPOB leadership is not taking orders. Every order. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing is to
Biafra Alpha Power Media International.
They're not taking every order and every order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he's saying it publicly. And you're making this known public. Can you imagine that? So it's like George, don't talk. So I'll be saying, oh, I does not take every order from the hierarchy of IPOB. Just picture it that way. Picture it that way. That is the autopilot mood. That is the foundation of autopilot. This is not every order. Mazi. I think go on.
Yeah, Mazi, there's one video clip I want us to play, and I want you to dive into it. I want you to explain it bit by bit, because that video clip is it confused a lot of IPOB. That video clip that only to say whatever Chike says goes. I want us to play that video to the full end, even down to Madam Nennyanya, what I wanted to say to Madam Nennyanya, and I want you to take it bit by bit, because.
All right.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. You know, before we remove you without knowing where you are, this time around we will catch you before we remove you. Anything DOS says is what goes. Nzurumike is heading our reconciliation committee. If he calls you on the phone, you must listen to him and do as he says. He is our deputy head of Directorate of State, led by Mazi Chike, Dosium. They are the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that thing is difficult, then I'll refer it to me. Do you understand? Anything, if they call you on the phone, you don't return their call, or you're doing strong head, I will then believe that the zoo has got you over and you'll be dealt with. Edo State, be warned. No dabbling in volunteer affairs or ESN affairs in Edo State. ESN is in Edo State for your information. And very soon work will commence there immensely. Work will commence. Edo State comes under Ikechukwu as Biafra coordinator. We run a disciplined movement more than anything. We value discipline more than anything else in the world. In IPOB, that's the only thing we have. That is we are able to defeat the zoo and destroy the zoo is hinged on one thing, and that is discipline. If you know you cannot work for IPOB, you get out and join the Sabo. One day your judgment will come. We'll find out those hiding in Cotonou, those are hiding somewhere near Apite, near Swamp in River State. Will find all of you. Not Igbo. I say River State because it comprises upland and coastal region. We'll find all of you. In Banke, they still have a police checkpoint. Okay. Don't worry. You'll hear the news very, very soon. You will hear it. I said no police checkpoints in Biafra land. I said no police checkpoint. I said there was in a bank. Go and tell them. I said no. If your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin is there, tell the idiot to get away and dismantle that checkpoint, or else they will die. There. No state coordinator is allowed. No state coordinator is allowed to contact the state commander no matter what. And as a commander, if you're removed, you step aside. How others will do the job. We don't want a type of Biafra that will be like the zoo. If you lose election, you rig it, and you remain in power. When the age of retirement is 65, at the age of 85, you're still in power. That rubbish will not obtain. We are not like any other stupid set of black people from Africa. We are Biafrans. You must understand that. And follow orders accordingly. My instructions to this global family is this. We have the DOS, we have the finance department, we have the legal department, we have the medical. Anybody who is appointed into office, if you fail to obey your superior officer, you will be dismissed live on air. I will dismiss you myself. And as I said, as I'm dismissing you, men are on the ground to apprehend you. You must obey.
Mazi, almost something in Troy. I want to say something here. Yeah.
Yeah.
A long video and the summary to this, right, is what Chinas and Wari said. Onyendu said whatever Chike does him, how DOS, board of DOS is the highest decision-making body in IPOB. If that issue is difficult, they will refer it to him. That is the chain command. So
yeah.
Now we are talking about when Onyendu have give direct order to them, they now flout it. So he found out that Onyendu was speaking based on the trust he had on them, which Chikedozium, acknowledged and confirmed on that video he did with Umada. Now, in this same particular video, that's what Onyendu said, we will not run a system like any other useless African country. If you remove, you remove, you remove. If somebody have done something wrong, remove him. I don't think Onyendu have removed people that didn't do anything wrong. Because I can tell you, UK here, when issue of Okachi, I don't want to divert, digest on what I'm saying. Uchemofo wanted to use his veto power. For those who are saying veto power does not exist in IPOB. If Onyendu does not validate that veto power, for your information. But at the end of the day, it did not work. So now we can't use that power. I can't use that excessive power. But there's one thing Onyendu said here. He said the department he mentioned, they have the head of DOS, the head of finance, and the medical. Yeah? All these people is head. That is their unit. But they work in collaboration as a team. That's why they're board of DOS. You cannot select one and work. And there must be a mutual respect. If you're working as a chain command, even in the company, you have your operational manager, you have your manager, you have your line manager, you have supervisors out there. Everybody have their roles they're playing. So Onyendu explain it there. So the point is that, and everybody has known this before. Uchemofo work with Madam Neniana. I have never remember on the days of Uchemofo, he's talked about finance without Madam Neniana being present in Radio Biafra. I can't remember a day that happened, unless he was making an announcement. But if it's an issue bothering finance, Madam Neniana must be there. I have never in my lifetime. That is why when all these shenanigans start, we are telling them, you guys are doing the wrong thing. It is not this is not IPOB. We were quiet, trying to advise, but some people said they don't want to listen, and they want to intimidate anybody that comes up to talk. So, Mazi, summary.
Yeah, no, Mazi, yeah, I still want you to play this thing end because I want people to see to understand where Onyendu said that any account Madam Nenia did not see, he will close that account.
Yeah, but it didn't. I don't think it's in this one. 1 second.
No, it's in this one. It's in the end. Yeah, he said it.
In the end.
Yes, at the end. Yeah.
But it has ended. It has ended. It didn't say anything. I know. I think I had it before, but it didn't say anything. But that voice has been there.
They're lying because people are giving them money to talk. People like us, nobody gives us money.
Anybody not following anything that DOS says goes. Anybody not following orders from Chike, Dosium, from DOS, you will be removed from IPOB and sanctioned appropriately. Before we remove you without knowing where you are, this time around we will catch you.
Nyanya is our overall finance officer, IPOB worldwide. And she is a woman of immense integrity and substance. One of the pioneer contributors to Radio Biafra and IPOB before a lot of people came along. Anything she tells me, I believe, is gospel. And everything is properly documented.
Mazi, I think this said it all.
Yeah. So Mazi, let me say something. Let me say something before you continue. Mazi, our leader is the highest command in this org, in this movement. Whatever he says become law automatically. He's the only person that can come out, wake up in the morning, and say, "Let this be this, and that will be that." Just the way you say it. No, our leader said that any account Madam Nyanya did not see, he will close that account. But today, why must Chike Dozemu Osnagban parade the account Madam Nyanya is not seeing? Why?
It's in the answer to the question. Hashtag Cabal is Cabal. That's all.
You know,
I said.
Why? Because
there's no reason for it, my brother. The only question that answer to that question is that's a Cabal. That's not IPOB. And the chick and what is he called his name? China Sanwo validated it by saying that Onyendu Soda now has been felled under reluctant. Because I asked that question, where is our money going to? You want me to believe whatever Chikedozium said, final. But you don't want me to believe that Madam Nene is in charge of our finance. That is what I would accept. That's why, because when he went to water it down, I said no. That's not IPOB. As much as you being a member, I'm a member as well. A oath member, a financial contributor, you can't read my right to me. I joined, I know why I joined IPOB. You didn't convince me to join it. Maybe I already allegiance to you. No, my allegiance is to the oath I took. And that oath is under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name. No other person. And to restore Biafra. So there's no other reason why it is the thing we are fighting against, and it's Cabal. And I'm saying, say no to Cabal in IPOB. Only we say IPOB. Cabal is not allowed in IPOB. That is why United Kingdom was dissolved. And in UK now, UK have the highest Cabal. I think after UK, there's South Africa. And why the UK own is worse is that they had a affiliation of Ohanes and Dibo. There's so much shenanigans going on here. But they know people like us, we are around. They can be ranting. Because at the end of the day, Ezumezu, the only thing that stands the test of time is true. Ezumezu Bundu. I don't need you for anything. So what I'm saying is the way it is.
Yeah. Mazi, let's listen to this tape now. Just listen to this one.
Everybody must stick to their lane, please. I don't want anybody from the US to participate in our rapid response or medical call anymore, because there was a serious breach of security. I want everybody to stay in their lane and not to cross over to jobs I have not allocated to them. Nobody from the USA will participate in our rapid response group or in our medical call. Dr. Onyise is hereby suspended from IPOB with immediate effect. Anybody who deals with him will be expelled from the movement. Dr. Onyise is suspended from IPOB with immediate effect. We are losing men on the ground because some people in the USA and Europe are meddling with the command structure of our volunteers on the ground. People from abroad are calling commanders, calling them and sending them chicken change, trying to alter our command structure on the ground. That is why Dr. Onyise is removed with immediate effect. Any idiot who calls any of our commanders again, I don't care who you are, I'll remove you live on air. Then you know I'm not joking. All you can do is to go and gossip for 6 months, and after that, you'll be history, as the rest were before you. ESN is out of bounds for everybody. I mean everybody. I command that very army. Nobody should interfere. I mean no idiot should.
Mazi, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Only say he command that army. Yeah? So, and I want to mention his name here to command that army.
And even before then, he said nobody. He said stick on your job. Don't jump from your job to another, you know. So us now that is jumping from his work to finance. Why?
Listen to me, my brother. You know, like I said, yeah. This is not. It doesn't need any rocket science. We know what the problems are, and people want to remain relevant. Like Onyendu said here, he commanded the army. When Onyendu was renditioned, only specific person Onyendu command the army on the ground. That was a structure, and that structure could have rolled the way the structure been, and that's why all this problem. The only thing I would say is that I'm not involved in it. I don't know what's happening on the ground, and I don't want to know. But my submission tonight, and I'm gonna end it here, is this: like when you said, everybody stick to the. What I'm asking is that everybody must do the job they have assigned to do, right? And apply wisdom and mutual respect. But most importantly for me, to any IPOB that is pure in mind and still have that designing mind, understand the fundamental reason why we have come out. Because don't forget that it's not only me listening to you. Even those we are now fighting, listening to you guys. So after they listen to you guys, they will sit down and be drinking beer and saying, are you sure that these men are normal? Are you sure? Because if I don't tell you, you wouldn't know. We spoke to you people in privately, but you people said no. But you people were the one jumping up and down, coming on social media and blackmailing people for no reason. Disagreement shouldn't something will go on to blackmailing. Like we are here talking, there's no blackmail here. Whatever we have said is something we can prove beyond every reasonable doubt. I've got too many evidence, but some of them are confidential because of data protection. It's not everything you have. You don't show it out. So for some of you that will wake up in the morning and make audio, try to counter assassination or to label somebody what they are not, to blackmail them, bear in mind that all these things are law that guides them. So I will advise us, all of us, including those that in our leadership, because you are in one position doesn't make you indispensable. The only person that is the highest command in this struggle is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And every respect we will accord to you guys come from him. The moment you disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your respect is gone. You can't have mine because I don't know you. You can't lead me. Sorry. I'm talking about myself and my household. Because this is an argument you put up on a lot of times. So, Mazi, fellow Biafrans, we came here to educate you. This is a very heart-to-heart talk. All we are doing is to pointing out. This is not about somebody saying, oh, these are infiltrators, these are autopilots. Anybody that tells you about autopilot and infiltrator, ask him. He himself is the main autopilot and infiltrator. Because if somebody can say that Onyendu message was coming and everybody felt reluctant, I don't know what autopilot or infiltrator is beyond that. There's no justification in this world that anybody want to convince me that I, George, will accept and analyze our Onyendu's mental status on the Biafra. And he sat there, listen to this. God don't know, Mazi.
Yeah. Okay. Mazi George, man. Thank you so much for your analysis. You know, it's very critical analysis. You know, and it's the truth. We borrow from their words for what they said. You know, it's time for the hard cause to speak up. Our leader said, those who are hard in their mother's womb. You know, it's time. You know, Mazi, we thank you so much for coming to educate us. And we believe as time comes, you know, we will call you, we come and educate us more.
Yeah, we'll continue
people, because our people don't have dilation anymore. No, and I believe with your explanation and the way you explain things, people will start to understand what you are saying. We are not here to attack anybody or to attack leadership, but what we are saying that our leaders' order must implement. When our leader pass a message, they must implement our leader's order. This is only what we are asking, and code of conduct must maintain. Our leader pass the message to his younger one, Meme, please, Meme. He said code of conduct must be maintained, must be respect and maintained. He passed the message. No? So, Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you, fellow Biafrans, and good night from here. And by grace of God, we'll be back. We'll be back every week to educate our people, regardless what anybody think. Like I said, no apology to anybody. All I'm saying is that Onyendu's order cannot drop on the ground. His word must not be fell to deaf ears. But as far as we have evidence that his word has fell on deaf ears, until Onyendu tell us that things are okay. But until then, we will navigate to make sure Biafra is restored in truth and honesty. Any other thing anybody's talking about, I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, the truth must be spoken. And that's why we sworn an oath. The oath we sworn is to restore Biafra. I'm not here to make friends or make enemy. I'm here to restore Biafra. And anything less than that, I'm not interested. Mazi, in there, good night from here. Dalo.
Okay, Mazi. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So Biafrans, you have heard it from George Umeh, the man that give it all. You know what he's talking. He's not here to gossip. He says the way it is. So we are saying, please, leadership, do the needful. Unite us together. We are not attacking anyone, but we are, because of also onye nwụrụ anwụ ka na-agbazi onu, onye dị ndụ na-agbazikwa onye dị ndụ onu. Please, Chike Doziem, Mazi Chike Doziem, the HOD, please do the needful. Implement our leaders' order. This is all we are asking. Yeah? Implement his order. No? And code of conduct must be obeyed. This is all what this is what we are asking. We are not attacking the leadership. We believe in DOS leadership, because DOS is the body that governs this movement. Yes. So please, implement our leaders' order. You consign whoever a passing instruction for you to consign. Do it. You say that you are obedient servants. Please, we are begging you. So Biafrans, thank you, people. And again, anyone that feel that what we are saying here is not right or we are lying, that person is welcome here for a debate. We will never take you off, but you must respect our rules. Our rule is that no insults. Period. Say whatever you want to say, but no insults. Constructive arguments, superior arguments. You are welcome. If you feel that what we are saying here is not right, you are welcome. Send a message that you want to join us, and more important, your cam must be open. Your camera must be open. Without your camera not open, you are not welcome. We will not allow you. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, and God bless. So let's use this music to end the show. No?
onye jebe ọkpọrọ ibe ya onye iloga wee tinye ọgba aghara na mụ na Igbo nwanne onye libe onye tibe ya n'ọkwa nwanne ozu na wozu arụ amụbana na mụ na nwanne ebe tigo amụbana na mụ na nwanne ebe tigo iwe gị dị ọkụ dajụọ ọdịnobi gboo ọdụdube nwanne agba n'ọsọ ọdụdube nwanne agba n'ọsọ akpa nwanne na-ebe ọ na-emekwa gị n'obi izu ka mmadụ na-eji ka ịmalụ mana ị na-agba nwanne gị ama ka arịrịa ga-elisi onweba Igbo niile bụ nwanne onye jebe oriri ibu ya Chukwu ekwe na ndị ilo nwanyị ahụ na mụ na Igbo nwanne onye Igbo onye tibu ya n'ọkwa nwanne ozu na wozu arụ
So the Biafrans. Yeah.
ọdụdube nwanne agba n'ọsọ
Yeah, thank you, Biafrans. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Thank you all. Bye bye.